Good evening, everyone,
What's
Hello.
up?
and gang signs as well. That's the 4K Criterion
I'm not throwing that up.
gang
People will
sign.
find me and shoot me. I can't do
Not
that.
a Tupac thing. This is a 4K thing.
The DVD. That's right. That's the DVD.
Yeah, this is DVD. That's American Sign Language. I worked on that in college. I did a little American Sign Language.
So how you guys been? It's been what, like about a month, right?
I reckon it's been about a month. I've been good, brother. How about you two?
I'm doing as I said earlier backstage, I'm doing moderately neato.
What is moderately neato? Is that like you're like waiting for a diagnosis to come through, or like you're actually doing pretty good, but you're kind of downplaying a little bit?
I'm downplaying a little bit.
Okay.
I'm about yeah, but I gotta leave early in the morning and shit. So I'm a little fall asleep.
I see.
Hey, well, I've been pretty good. I just been working my butt off. That's all.
Yeah, how's that going for you?
It's going pretty good, I guess. I mean, I feel like I could be better, but they say I'm all right, so I'll just stay all right, I guess. But it's pretty solid. It's just a lot of hours.
Yeah, you're banking all those hours, getting those huge checks because you know what's happening next weekend.
Snapping necks and cashing checks.
So yeah, the Criterion sale starts in June again this year. It started in June last year too, but because of the way the Friday falls, it's like even a day earlier. Because it starts on a Friday. So it starts on June the 26th. And I'm hoping to start with like 6, and then I'm hoping for more for the birthday. So I'm hoping that in July I'm aiming for that dozen.
Do you celebrate a birthday in July?
I do.
Phenomenal. I'll have to try to remember to wish you salutations on the day.
Hey, if you just log into Facebook, it'll probably remind you. That's the only way I keep up.
I love Facebook, man. I forget when my own brother's birthday was. Facebook is like, hey, dog.
Don't forget
this up. There's some birthdays tomorrow that you need to know about.
Yeah. This sale starts on a very special day because it is our anniversary, so it's just awesome for me.
Oh, nice.
So like, are you at a point where you can get your wife Criterion for the anniversary?
One at a time. Both of you were talking at the same time. Yeah, Jay, you first.
Are you and your wife at a point in your relationship where you can get her Criterions for your anniversary?
No.
Okay.
No,
she likes only one Criterion movie that I have in the collection, and that's
But you guys will still go to Barnes and Noble because you can Criterion shop and she can book shop, right?
Oh yeah. I'll go and get my Criterions, and she'll look for her fuck books.
What is the Criterion that she likes? The one.
I
must know.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
You married a white lady?
I was rewatching it a couple of years ago, and then she came home from work, and she just sat down. It was like right around the very beginning of it. She was reading a book on her phone, and I just kept looking at her, and she would just drop her phone. She'd start watching it.
Yeah.
And she just got hooked. She goes, I love that movie. I'm like, yeah, it was a good one.
I am fortunate that my wife enjoys like classic films. She's I don't know. I mean, she'll watch Pulp Fiction stuff too. I think she actually does like Pulp Fiction, but she does really like older films. So she and I actually, before we had kids, we had like this monthly thing where we would go to Bull Moose and pick out a Criterion together and watch some old movie. That's how she wound up seeing a lot of the older, like 12 Angry Men, the original 12 Angry Men, Ministry of Fear, Repo Man. There's a bunch of movies that we got that way that she's, she wound up catching up on some of the older Criterions. I'm looking over at my Criterion shelf. One of the ones we watched recently was The Roaring Twenties. That was like a year ago now, but The Roaring Twenties from 1939. That's a phenomenal movie. But yeah, I cannot buy my wife Criterions for our anniversary, or I'll get killed.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are in that situation to
Nah.
be able to buy Criterions. Well, I mean, I don't know.
She looked at me like I just bought her a bowling ball.
That's not completely untrue. I actually did buy a Criterion as an anniversary gift one time, and it was the Princess Bride book bound. It's one of her favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, it's a great
It's
movie.
not her main favorite, but it's one of. And I'm like, that's like the best edition to have.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the Criterion shelf, and it's all yours. But it sits where the number sits.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
But it has a nice case.
I'm wondering when I can show my oldest daughter that movie. I've just been waiting. I don't know what the age is. Somebody in the chat tell me like.
I mean, it's like a kid movie, right? Like I watched it as a kid.
I watched it as a kid. There's not any, like I'm trying to think of like as a parent, what do I object to? I feel like the stuff that I really dislike is I don't want somebody like teaching her how to cook crack. I feel like with the human body, like with nudity, like if it's artistic, like if we're at the Louvre and there's a Botticelli and she's got her boobs out, dude, it's a Botticelli. It's like artwork. It's okay. And it's the human body anyway. I don't know how I feel about somebody getting like their honkers worked on or something like that, and the dude's going back and forth. Like if he's motorboating, I don't feel so good about that. But if it's just like artistic, like
yeah,
it's a painting or something like that, then I'm like, whatever. It's the human body. Like,
yeah,
everybody's got nipples. We're all like, we can discuss this clinically. But I don't know. Violence, I don't love the violence. But Princess Bride isn't really that bad on the violence. Like the one guy that really winds up getting dispatched is the guy who killed his father, Inigo Montoya's father. That's the guy, and he deserved it. I mean, by the time it's like, dude, he was asking for it. The six-fingered man, like he lived a egregious life. He needed to die.
Yeah, there was just morals to that. To that.
Yeah, yeah, and the rest was fine because Wesley didn't kill nobody except for he poisoned the dude. What's his name?
Wallace Shawn.
Wow, yeah. And I mean, even that's kind of like a funny death because he's like, ha, 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 and he just keels over sideways. So it's even kind of like a comedic death. It's not like he gets put into a wood chipper like Fargo. I'm gonna wait till she's at least 8 to show her Fargo.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Fargo till I was 36, 35.
You watched
Something
Fargo like 6 weeks ago?
I watched it sometime last year.
Okay.
Like I think I watched it last summer for like my 52-week movie challenge. There was a Coen Brothers film for a week or something like that, or a noir or something. But I chose that because I had watched the TV show first. I caught the TV show on FX. I'm like, oh, this TV show is dope. And my mom was like, there's a movie, right? I'm like, yeah, I know, but I don't care. I'm like, but I don't care. It's whatever, And then I was at Big Lots and I'm like, oh, there's the Blu-ray. Okay, I'm gonna grab it. And then I ended up watching it, and I was really ashamed how long it took for me to actually still pull it off my shelf, because I think I even bought it and still sat on it for like 2 years before I opened it and watched it.
Yeah. I think everybody's got blind spots. I showed you guys a couple months ago. I showed you guys that King of Kings DVD from Criterion that I've had since 2005 that I didn't watch until 2026. I had the thing for like 20 years. That thing was old enough. That DVD was old enough to go drink legally before I watched it.
Well, let's pop in here to the chat real quick, because there's definitely been people in here for a hot minute. I don't know who's all still here. Don't know if Brad is, but he was like the first one in here. So what's up, dude? Thanks for being up in here.
Howdy,
Brad. How you doing, bro?
We got Mom in here. Hi, Mom. How's it going?
Hello, Mother.
We got Jay Van Gould. So what's up? He also said, let's do this tonight. And that was still a little ways before we started. We got Corey in here. What's up, Corey?
Hey, Corey.
Hey, what up, Wilkie, man?
And we got Holland, so that makes it an official physical media based live stream, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Is Holland where the Dutch are from? Like, if you're like, yo, I'm Dutch, you're from Holland, right? That's what that means?
Or Netherlands or something. Fuck, you're gonna make me.
I'm glad we're all American here. We're all just idiots to like the Dutch. Somebody's got to Google that now. Somebody in the chat, make yourself useful. Where do the Dutch come from? What country?
We got some viewers over on Twitch. Hi, Timothy15 or Weaver.
Damn it! I can't believe I fucking misspelled Dutch.
We got William Driver.
Netherlands.
Up, dude?
Like everybody who's ever been a fan of Predator ought to be able to spell Dutch. Have you seen Predator? Do you love Arnold Schwarzenegger? Can you spell Dutch?
Well, there's also that really good movie, Dutch, as well.
Yeah, Ed O'Neill, huh?
Yeah. That's a very expensive movie to get.
I hate expensive movies. I hate it when a movie's like out of print and it's so far gone that like the most bare bones single disc Blu-ray is like $97 used.
That should never be the case.
That should never happen. It's a crime against humanity. That should never happen.
That shouldn't even happen for a bad movie because honestly, if it's a bad movie, it probably didn't sell. So there's still stuff out there to get, you know?
Yeah. I think they need to do more like burn the thing on demand. Like, you know, I get it. Like, if it's a movie that doesn't sell a ton of units every year, then you don't want to be sitting on like 10,000 copies of these in a warehouse somewhere, just taking up space because it's going to take you 25 years to sell those. But like, can you just print something on demand for me? Can the rights holder just, I'll even pay a little extra for it as long as it's not $98 for the used movie. I'll pay an extra $5 or something.
I mean, that's what Warner Archive does. They print on demand. I think when they did the Wild Bunch, they only printed 5,000 copies to start, and they just do it in batches of 5,000.
Print a few more when you need, you know, every year. You could use like a min-max type of like inventory system where once it hits a certain, you know, 500, well, let's print some more and then get it back up to 5,000.
And I don't mind that when they're not building FOMO, when they're just releasing, when they're just adding more inventory because, well, it sold. So we think we can make more money. And I'm fine with that.
Keep it affordable for us to archive these films in our personal collections. That's just what upsets me is when it's like, you can't find something like a single disc Blu-ray that came out in 2011 is like $130. And you're just like, dude, it's gross. Very gross.
We got Outright Turtle in here. What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Hey, now.
Hey, yeah. I don't go live at night too often. I don't go live I think the last time I went live was actually the last episode we did.
Yeah, hell yeah, should.
I do believe. I've been on a lot of other people's channels though. We got Steve in here. What's up, man?
What's up, Steve?
Him this morning in another stream.
Everyone here knows what Steve's favorite song is. It's that "Waiting for a Star to Fall" from Three Men and a Little Lady. He'll tell you about it.
That's a good song, though.
We got Black Glove Reviews in here. What's up, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
We got Movie Hunter 2020. What's up, Alex? Pinky's up.
Pinky's up.
Flourish that pinky.
Lackluster year for Criterion for me. Back half of the year should bring the winners. Jason will be burning his juicy new ad revenue this Criterion sale.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is I gotta I usually wait for the sales. Like I don't buy Criterions in between unless, although I made an exception this month. If you sometimes you just find a deal that you can't refuse. Like if it's a better deal than even the Barnes and Noble sale, where Criterion's typically about $25 for like a single film Criterion on 4K. I mean, sometimes you'll find like I got what's it called? What's the one? No Country for Old Men for like $20, brand new from Amazon, 4K. And sometimes
you kind of have to get that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like saying, hey, I'm cheaper than cheap.
Yeah. Well, you gotta jump on that. I got one this month that I'm gonna I'll show you as part of my list today. But I usually don't buy Criterions except for the sale because they're just so darn cheap.
So that was going to be the next thing, we usually get into is if we got anything this month. So Jason just answered that. He did.
Yep.
Johnny, did you find anything this month?
No.
No.
I saw shit. I'm like, yeah, the sale's coming. Sale's coming.
Yep. That was me too. June has been a very pump the brakes month for me, just in general. Of course, Mario came out, so I dumped a bunch of money into Mario, and then there's just video games coming out this month, so that's where my focus has got to be. These kids want to play Star Fox. I mean, man. These kids want to play Star Fox.
Yeah, I want to play Star Fox. Forget about these kids. This old man right here wants to play Star Fox.
You're getting that Switch 2 now, right? Ocarina of Time, man.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I mean,
that's the ultimate pinky up game.
Yeah, I gotta do it, man. I remember pre-ordering Ocarina of Time. I mean, when it first came out, I pre-ordered. I must have pre-ordered it in 1997 from Toys R Us, back when you could do that sort of thing at Toys R Us, and I got, the first edition or whatever on the N64. It came with like, the game cartridge was gold, but then the outside of the package had this, like, it wasn't lenticular, but it was like highly reflective card on it. I'll show it to you. I mean, next time we do a stream, I'll grab it. It's right over there still. I still have it because it was just a beautiful first edition of Ocarina of Time. And I remember playing that thing in like 1998 when I got it day one. I went to the Toys R Us. It was back when you had to keep your receipt because it wasn't like, like you had to keep paperwork. You had to keep a paper trail, like proving, like, I made a pre-order. Here's my number. Here's the ID that shows my name. It wasn't. Nowadays, you just go onto Amazon, you pre-order, then you forget you pre-ordered it, and 6 months later, this giant Stranger Things box shows up, and your wife is like, wow, how did you spend $200 on Amazon? It's not even my birthday. And you're like,
dude, do you know how big my box from Orbit's gonna be for that Stranger Things? I got 2 of them things coming. And they better ship. They better ship them
together. Did you really order 2 of them?
Well, I got one for me and I got one for my son.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna scalp it. I was like,
no. I don't do.
I thought about it. I thought about like I could procure. I could put my capital to bad use. I could just procure another one and sit on it, and then eBay it in about a year when everyone's like, I wish I had gotten it.
I mean, that is the move, but there is a standard one too, and I feel like the standard one's going to stay in print for a while.
Even the standard one is fairly nice too. It's not like, Arrow usually does a standard, and it's just there's no slip cover, there's no slip case, no chunky box. Yeah, this one is still actually a fairly nice standard edition from the looks of it. So, and I think that Arrow is probably just the nature of Stranger Things and its popularity, even amongst normies. Like this is. Like even people who don't buy boutique Blu-ray like we do every single week, there's going to be normies coming out of the woodwork that haven't bought a movie on a disc in years, maybe, if ever.
It's just print money for them.
They probably made 20,000 copies. I mean,
I mean, this, so like, you hear everybody online talk about finding used Criterions, and the most common used Criterion that you'll find out and about is probably the Chasing Amy DVD.
Yeah, that's not a print now though.
Because that's the only way that movie was released on DVD was through Criterion Collection. There are people that don't know nothing about Criterion that have that DVD in their collection.
Yep.
And that's probably how Stranger Things will be with Arrow. People won't even think twice about what Arrow Video is, but they got Stranger Things.
Well, good for Arrow Video because there'll be a percentage of those people that really enjoy the experience of
and may
that
come
premium
back.
collection and the feel, like the tactile. Like there will be people who kind of get hooked in a little bit who think like, wait a minute, I kind of like this whole physical, the presentation and the care and the love that went into this thing. And they'll look and they'll say, the Arrow Video, what else they got out? Oh, they got a Conan set out there. They got some steel books. They got the Warriors. They'll get pulled in
because then people did not pre-order it because they're Arrowheads. They pre-ordered it because it was Stranger Things. They didn't care who was releasing it. It could have been Scream Factory. It could have been Kino Lorber. They don't care. They wanted the the film, the experience, the art.
I'm surprised that the day they announced it. I mean, I ordered it not because I'm a Stranger Things fan, because I'll be the first one to tell you Stranger Things kind of sucks. Like I guess I like Star Wars a little bit better, but like I'm gonna badmouth them both. Like the first season of Stranger Things is good, and then everything is just progressively downhill from there. It's actually kind of a terrible series when taken overall as a series. And so I pre-ordered it but it was like more like I can't believe Netflix is letting this thing out because this is like their proprietary stuff. It's like I don't know. It's like learning the formula to Coca-Cola or something. Like they're supposed to keep this behind lock and key, but they're letting that out. And Criterion apparently is going to do K-pop Demon Hunters and Frankenstein and
And,
just the
and
idea
they
that
did Mud. They've done Mudbound, and so
the Irishman.
they've gotten a few Netflix things.
So I
Netflix.
wanted to support that. I just wanted Netflix to see that there's a demand for that physical. Like even though I think people will always be, and Netflix will always want to have some exclusive something to keep people in. But at the same time, I wanted them to see there's a demand for this. There's a demand for physical media. And, if I ever lose my Netflix or cancel my Netflix subscription, I still got The Irishman. I'll have K-pop Demon Hunters, no doubt. I'll get that day one. But, I'll have some of that stuff to preserve, the Netflix stuff too.
Yeah.
So I like them doing that.
Yeah. It's really nice that they've decided to let a few things out. I still want them to release more because they've got some really good stuff locked to their service, and I don't particularly give Netflix an algorithm for me anymore. I decided to really stop using it. It's the rest of the family that use Netflix.
Yeah. I don't use a ton of Netflix. I know we do for like the kids viewing because there's just stuff on there that like
there's stuff there that you're just not getting anywhere else, and for the price of it, it's
like Gabby's Dollhouse. Like I want to like my kids want to watch the Gabby's Dollhouse movie. That's a Netflix property. Like, am I gonna go buy Gabby's Dollhouse on Blu-ray? Hell no. I'll just like you guys are gonna watch it twice and never again. So like we'll watch it on Netflix. That's fine. And my wife likes all of the trashy reality television that they got. She's watching like Married at First Sight and whatever, Cheat on Your Spouse Island or whatever else, like Sit on My Face Island and
Just Sit on My Face Island.
I don't remember the names of these shows, but they're terrible. They're like really, really bad. It's Sit on My Face Island. I actually would watch that one. It actually sounds kind of nice. I'd be like the one reality show I applied to.
Well, at least
is it
closed, right?
I would love to get one and play. Yeah, Ocarina of Time and Star Fox. Yeah, hey, I'm telling you, I'll be playing Star Fox next week as long as Walmart don't push my pre-order out.
All they need to do, Nintendo will print money if they just keep like bust out some N64, like do another GoldenEye, just like bust out GoldenEye on Switch.
You know what? Though, it's crazy because they're doing the exact same two games they did for the 3DS.
Yeah.
Because they did in the first year of the 3DS, they did Star Fox 64 and Ocarina of Time. It just vaguely feels vaguely familiar. I have a big dry erase board to keep track of pre-orders. I stock my postal carrier every Tuesday. hey, yeah, I have some people like that, but they're not stocking me for movies. I've ran just about every route in the city that I work in. And I don't think I've delivered 3 movies. I deliver a lot of books from Amazon and stuff, but not really a lot of movies. I'm probably like the biggest movie buyer in this entire county. But I'm not that big. I don't need a dry erase board to keep track of my pre-orders.
Yeah, I just have like a little spreadsheet where I'll note them so I don't forget, but this stuff just shows up. Like even the stuff that you pre-order and takes forever, like Student Bodies. Did either one of you guys pre-order Student Bodies for TerraVision?
No.
There's still almost 500 copies, so you can if you want to, but you might die of old age before it ever arrives.
Well, see, you know what I've been doing? I've been trying to use the shop app to order stuff, and it hangs there, and it lets me know like that I have the pre-order when it's expected to ship and charge and the works. Shop is amazing. I hope more and more places start using Shop.
And you get the $10 coupon on Vinegar Syndrome from time
to time. Yeah, that helps.
All you got to do is spend $40.
Yeah, that one helped me out. And it's not.
I spend $80.
It's not hard.
I get the free shipping, and then save $10. It's great.
It's not hard. It's not hard to spend that either.
No, it ain't.
There's a lot of good stuff on Vinegar Syndrome. Like that new Roadhouse. That new Roadhouse is sold out.
Yeah.
And all it was a new box. some new cardboard, and it was gone. It was a nice set. Did you get that one?
I did not.
No.
I mean, I have the VSU, like the OG VSU, and like I thought about it, but I don't know. I have to try hard not to be too much of a completionist with different movies, like where I get every single different. It's like it's the disc is the same, right? Like there's no new special features. It's not a different transfer. There's no real reason to own. It's just like the cardboard, but it's like, how many movies do I really want to do that with? Because all that really does is take money away from the budget that I could spend on other movies.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I have to like weigh it out. Like, how big of a fan of this movie am I? If it was Big Trouble in Little China, absolutely. I'm getting every single release. I don't care. I don't care if there's no disc in there.
Like I skipped the Roadhouse because Johnny got me the VSU, so I didn't need it.
Oh, yeah.
But I got the Southern Comfort because I missed the Southern Comfort VSU, and to me, I'm like, well, that's a good enough placeholder to put it in its spot.
Yeah.
On my VSU shelf. I figured that's what those releases were for people like me that missed out on the original releases to kind of fill the gaps.
Yep. VSU, I mean, Vinegar Syndrome has, I think it was Justin La Liberty or one other, it was somebody else from Vinegar Syndrome had said on the Blu-ray forums, because people were kind of criticizing, like, they've been doing these like repeat slip covers. They did one for From Beyond, Amityville Horror. They've done those a few times. Miami Connection. There's like several that they've done. They've like reissued a variant slipcover for, and they said, yeah, that's mostly for people who want a limited edition, but they're like just now getting into collecting, or they missed it the first time around. We want to give them an opportunity to like jump on, but with like a limited edition. So that's kind of a nice way of saying, like, we're going to double dip, right? Like, we're going to say this thing's limited. There's only 3,000 of them. You better buy one now. But in 2 years, because it was so damn popular, Roadhouse is going to get another version or whatever. So
yeah,
with slipcases. So
which, I mean, I guess it took Vinegar Syndrome 13 years before they started really doing that. So it's not too bad. Screen Factory started doing it as soon as 4K format. As soon as they start supporting 4K format, they're like, slipcover. 3 months later, steelbook.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really begrudge Vinegar Syndrome from. I mean, the only part that really bugs me is like the reason why the shit is limited to 5,000 copies or 6,000 copies in the first place is so that they can have like a ticking timer on it, basically saying like, hey, look, it's down to 2,000. Hey, look, it's down to 1,000. Hey, look, it's down to 500. Yeah, so they like dangle the fact that it's limited out in front of you, but then they come back and they re-release it. It's kind of annoying because they push the FOMO, but otherwise, I don't care because it doesn't, like, I have the keep. It didn't. I didn't like get upset when more people got copies of the Keep limited edition. Like, it doesn't. Why would that bother me that somebody else had? Like, the idea that it's like I'm going to get upset because they brought more back. It's like, why? I'm not going to buy any of them. It just gives other collectors a chance to have a nice version, so that's fine. But when they do the FOMO thing, like, it's strictly limited, guys, and then every September they're like, we found a big box full of titles that were like really pop. They don't find it. Let's put it this way. If Vinegar Syndrome has a title like Sidekicks or Six String Samurai that takes them like 8 years to sell out, they're not going to come back in September and be like, yeah, guys, we had a really unlucky day last summer and we found a big box. We have 5,000 more Six String Samurais we need to sell, please. They're never going to come back with Six String Samurai.
I mean,
every time they find something in September, it's Cloak and Dagger, it's Roadhouse, it's some huge seller. Yeah, they found it. I'm sure they
when they found Cloak and Dagger, if I'm not mistaken, it was like less than 200 copies.
And I got one.
I did too.
I got one of those. I was in the car. I made my wife drive wherever we were going. I was like, you got to drive because it's almost noon. They're about to drop some out of print shit on me. And my wife was like, you have the dumbest hobbies. I was like, just drive. I'm there on my phone, like, add it to cart. Like, I was like, yeah, I got Cloak and Dagger. She's like, did I marry an adult? Am I married to an adult? Are you a grown man? I'm like, whatever.
Sometimes.
Like, not really, no, but okay. It is what it is. I got Cloak and Dagger.
Chris has got Mortal Kombat collection coming, dude. I need to
Oh,
get
yeah.
that. I need to get that. I
I need to
think
get
that
that
that one
too.
might go out, but then again, I thought that about TMNT, and it's still
Oh
hanging
my
around.
God, TMNT is they got them things growing on trees like crab apples, man.
I bet
Them
Mortal
things
Kombat's
is
the same way.
I
Yeah.
can't believe it. Arrow, honestly, I really feel like they had smartened up ever since the Conan Chronicles. The Conan Chronicles they had a little trouble with. But then after that, I feel like they smartened up. I feel like Amazon, frankly, and I don't know, I don't have any reason to believe this other than I did mushroom. I smoked some peyote one night and I saw the stars, and some cosmic being told me this, and so I believe it. But I think Amazon leaned on Arrow and was like, "Yo, we sold about 1 billion pre-orders of Conan Chronicles, and y'all did not print enough." And I think ever since then, Amazon or Arrow has been like, "All right, we'll make some more. We'll print some more." Because I haven't had a hard time getting anything from Arrow
Not since
except damn
Conan.
zombie flesh eaters.
Nope. Yeah, you're right.
When
Yeah.
everything else comes back, they make more copies. They make sure everybody
And you
gets
know,
one.
and you know what? I was actually thinking about getting the Blu-ray box set and then getting the 2 4K steelbooks and just putting the 2 4K steelbooks in the Blu-ray box set.
That'd be
Because
pretty
that's how much I want to still have the Conan set. I got the Red Sonja, so
Yeah, I got Red Sonja. And even that, it's like, I had Excalibur in my cart on Amazon and it got removed from my cart because it they didn't have any more copies or whatever. And I was like, oh shit. So I didn't know if it was like gone. So I went to Orbit and was like, click, click, click. All right, send me that. But even that is like, it came right back. So I kind of feel like with Arrow, don't wait too long. Don't wait a year, but like you're safe if you don't pre-order. But that also gets me in trouble because now I'm like way behind on Arrow. Like I don't have.
So do you know what I do? I'll wait till August, and in August I'll do their 50% off sale at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, they're 50%
So
off.
you can use your reward points from Criterion and get yourself a free Arrow in August.
Yeah, that's exactly how I'll do it. But it's bad because like I'm limping in though. Like I'm, like Criterion has just raw dogged me from every angle. I mean, with no lubricant. You got
to do a Criterion at the beginning of July, and by July the 8th or 9th, you got to be done with Criterion.
Yeah,
for that.
I have a sandwich and a nap, and I come back for more. I'm like, I'm ready to go again, baby. Come on, I'm back. Like
that Arrow sale.
Let's do this.
The Arrow sale is just going to start earlier and earlier every year too, and before you know it, it'll be touching at the end of July.
Dude, I'm absolutely rolling into that Arrow sale like on crutches. Like I'm the dude in the wheelchair, like using his feet to propel him.
No big box.
Like you ever see those dudes in the wheelchair? They're like using their feet to move, and you're like, why? I love that so much. The dudes who are like using their feet to move in the wheelchair. I saw one the other day, and it was like, I love this, man. Like, you're in a wheelchair, but you're moving yourself with your feet. Like you're defeating the fucking purpose. Like. If you wanted to move yourself with your legs, you could walk. Like, get out of the seat. Like, I touched him on the forehead. I was like, I'm not even Jesus. Just get out of the seat.
He said I wanted to sit down while I walked.
Exactly. So that's me. I'm like rolling into the Barnes and Noble come Arrow Tom, and I'm just like half my face is drooping like I've had a stroke. Like I'm just absolutely demolished by the time that sale starts.
I gotta try to pick up about 4 at least.
Oh man, my Arrow list is deep. I need Westworld.
Oh yeah.
My hands on
Westworld. I got that one.
I gotta get my hands on Salem's Lot.
Yep, I got that one too.
Now, was that US or just UK?
That's US. Yeah, that's
okay,
US.
So yeah.
I need to get my hands on the Samurai Revolution trilogy. That's $35 on Amazon. That's a good deal for 3 movies.
Yeah, that ain't bad. Are they 4K or Blu-rays?
They're Blu-rays. Just keeps it cheap. They always do their like, except for a few exceptions, Arrow always does their foreign shit on Blu-ray.
That Jackie Chan set's gonna be.
Oh God, I need the Jackie Chan set too.
I need that one.
The problem with that though is that like I'm like, guys, I pre-ordered Stranger Things from y'all. You're already getting into my wallet for like whatever that's gonna be, $175. Like you guys are already getting me for that. Like I can't, not in the same month. I can't. Come on, Arrow. Like you gotta like ease off me. All right, pull out a little bit and come back to me in a month before you start asking me for $200 for another box set. Like I can't do $400 on Arrow in 1 month. Like, it's just irresponsible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd sell an organ
I
if I
mean,
didn't have
you
diabetes.
don't have to do it all at one time. You know,
Yeah.
they do that for paying for stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
You're just paying it 100 at a time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough right there. Shit.
2 weeks, it's like $100 damn. Yep.
Yeah, I'd rather rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, I'd
I'm
rather
gonna
just pay
wait.
for it all. I'd rather just pay for it all at once and then be surprised when it shows up in the mail. Not my wallet be surprised, but
Yeah.
my hands be surprised that I have it.
Yeah.
I don't like my wallet being surprised. It's not fun.
Mm-mm.
I'm a homeowner, and you know how that goes, Jason.
Know exactly how that is, man. And I just opened up the pool. The pool is, dude, the pool just costs money. Like, I put 200 pounds of new sand in my filter for the pool, and I got to dump chemicals in there every single week to keep it swimmable and shit. And it's just, dude, oh, fuck. Yeah. It's just crazy. I actually need to go check on something. Now that you mention that.
We got Tiana in here.
What's up, Tiana?
So what are you looking forward to trying to grab next month, Johnny, from the Criterion sale?
Oh, good God Almighty! 1 second.
I was kind of hoping they'd do the K-pop during July, but I bet they do K-pop on an off month because they know they don't have to put it for 50% to get it sold.
Oh yeah. First thing I'm going after is the Hood trilogy. I definitely want that one.
For 50% off, I think that's a steal.
That's probably like the big one that I'm going to get would be that one, and then I don't know. I think I want to try to complete my Robert Altman collection and my Cronenberg collection. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. I know. I want to still grab House Party. I need to grab that.
Oh, and that one too. Yeah.
And I want the Hood trilogy. Like I said, I want to get 6, but the Hood trilogy will count as at about 2. I'll count that as 2 because it'll be about the price of 2. I don't know. My list is so long. I always just have to just pick whatever's sticking out to me at the moment. Like my Criterion list is always as long as my arm and forever growing. Forever growing.
This one.
Yeah, Tiana, that's what I heard too. It's going to be on an off month because they know they can sell it for full price.
That was my theory as well. Like, I figured they'd push it to December because then that way no one's getting it on sale.
But everybody's still trying to buy it for Christmas.
Yep.
Exactly. It's a smart move. Release it, drop it in like very late November or very early December. Give people plenty of time to get it for Christmas.
Now, if they do it early enough in December, the November sale usually goes.
The November sale, yeah.
It usually goes until about the 8th of December, and you might be able to just quite snag it or snag the pre-order for the half off still.
I wonder.
Sometimes the pre-orders work.
I wonder also, since that's like a retailer sale, it's like a Barnes and Noble thing. How much of that comes out of Criterion's end versus, how much comes out of Barnes and Noble's end. Usually, when a retailer has a sale, that doesn't necessarily affect the wholesaler. It doesn't affect the manufacturer. It's just, you're having a sale. Okay.
Yeah.
You're having a sale. So I wonder how much of that is like Criterion's participation if they give them like lower, if they give them lower prices during that time to kind of offset Barnes and Noble taking the haircut. Because it's like, Barnes and Noble is usually pretty inflated prices, $50, $45 for a, go buy a Criterion right now. It's disgusting, but the $25, like I got, I don't know, whatever the last one I bought there, I got for $25 for a 4K. And that's pretty darn reasonable,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, I went in there like 3 weeks ago and they had the Casino 4K Steelbook for like $50 fucking. And I'm like, No.
That's actually
I
stupid too,
think
because steelbooks really have gotten like that expensive lately. Like the Fight Club one was like $40, right?
Yeah. That I didn't pick it up. But when I was at Orbit, they had it there. I think it was $42.99.
Yeah.
But
they want that.
see, they had the import slipcover, and I thought that looked so much better.
Yeah.
And it was only $39.99. I didn't grab that one either because
I've seen that a few times too, where like a slipcover version is like $40, and you're just like, why? Like the MVD slipcover version of Rain Man on 4K is like seriously, it's like 37 to $40 everywhere.
I figured because it was an import, because Fight Club didn't get a slipcover in the US.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I figured that's
makes
how
a little
that
more sense.
Yeah, I figured that's how it got that $40 price, because it had like the age circles and squares and symbols on the front of the cover. So it came from somewhere in Europe.
I hate those. Get out of here.
What's up, Mark? Definitely grabbing House Party and those are on my list right there. That's counting as my first three.
I feel like the John Singleton trilogy I'm gonna get. At the same time, it's like I'm gonna be depressed watching those. You know what I mean? Like I it's like House Party is like a feel good movie. Like at the end of it, you're like, damn, that was a cool movie. Like I like House Party. I've always liked House Party. I saw House Party probably back in like 1992 on like TBS or some shit. So I don't know, man. But I feel like, that the John Singleton trilogy, I'm just gonna be like womp womp afterward. I'm just gonna feel bad.
I have a feeling that one might be a hard one to get during the sale.
Yeah, I figure a lot of people are going to be trying to get it. I'm going to try my best to be up at midnight, so that way when the sale goes live, I can just check out. Like I already have the stuff in the cart, the gift card's added, and I can just check out and get what I want and go to bed.
You're so prepared. I've done it a few times. I've done it a few times for their sale, for like their Arrow sale, because my Barnes and Noble's very good. I've got two Barnes and Noble. They're both like about 40 minutes away from me, so it kind of sucks. But like I like going in. I like not paying shipping and handling. I like going in and like inspecting the condition of the goods and stuff. But I've done that a few times for like some of the Arrow stuff, because they just don't always have a great Arrow selection. So I've ordered a few of the Arrows that I know I want to get for 50% off. I've ordered from their website, and it works fine. But I do like going in there and like seeing what they have and letting it be kind of like, I'm gonna get whatever they have. Like I get what I get.
Now, if I can make it to a store during the sale, I love to just go in, and then it's just completely random as to what I get, because usually it's just I usually just browse the shelf like I'm in Blockbuster back in the day, and I just take home whatever looks interesting from the cover. Like it may not even be anything I've heard anybody talk about before, just because that's what I like to do when I go in store. But for me, my closest Barnes and Nobles are 2 hours away in two opposite directions. So it's just easier for me to be there at midnight, check out, get what I want, and then hopefully for my birthday, get some more gift cards, make a second order, and then be done.
That makes sense. When you got a 2 hour drive, that is kind of egregious.
Yeah, I got to make a day out of it. But hey, every once in a while, I just so happen to be in the area that there is one. And I think actually last July, I went to Barnes & Noble, I think 3 times in July last year. I ended up going 2 hours away 3 different times.
Damn.
I don't know how I was able to get that lucky. And they all had good stock too.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah, see, my wish list on Criterion's website, something like 60 movies.
60 shit, mine's like in the 600s.
Yeah, dude,
I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to actually buy all those first before I add too many more.
Well, if I start counting all of the boutiques, not just Criterion, I mean, I got a pretty nasty list. It's several thousands of dollars to just like knock that list out.
Anyone going for the Criterion Premieres releases?
There's been nothing really on the Criterion Premieres that has interested me very much. And it also hurts a little bit that line is like strictly Blu-ray. So the thing about Criterion Premieres is they're trying to keep it, it's like off the collection. It doesn't get a spine number. B, they're only doing Blu-ray to keep it affordable. And so yeah, that kind of hurts me a little bit being like a 4K snob. I'm going to focus more on the criterions that I need that are released on 4K. So I haven't messed with I haven't seen anything that really like stands out, looks good to me on premieres.
Yeah.
Did Cronenberg's last one have one? Wasn't it the
Yeah, and
Shrouds?
I do not understand why they put that on Criterion Premiere instead of just doing the real thing, give it a spine number, give it a 4K. Why did they do this to me?
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't have a spine number, to be honest, I don't really want it.
I mean, I'm down for movies, but at the same time, I don't trust Criterion with Blu-ray anymore because Criterion is they're going through their catalog systematically, and they're probably going in order of like what's going to move the most units, like what's the biggest sellers. But they're going through their library and they're re-releasing stuff that they released on Blu-ray 10 years ago. They're releasing on 4K right now. So why would I buy a Blu-ray if they're going to turn around next year and put it out on 4K? I don't buy Criterion Blu-rays.
I mean, they've been releasing 4Ks recently that just got Blu-rays in 2020.
Yeah.
Like we're only like 4 and 5 years out sometimes from Blu-ray to 4K upgrades now.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to rebuy the same movie every 4 to 5 years.
I'm with you, and I would much rather have the 4K. And every time I say that, somebody says, "Oh, well, you know, sometimes the Blu-ray is better." But I'm like, no, I mean, not when it's a boutique, not when it's Arrow, not when it's Criterion. It's the same transfer. They've been doing 4K transfers for a decade.
Even still, how is the Blu-ray better? Like when you look at the back of that Blu-ray, you know, on any Blu-ray that they've released since 2020, it's a 4K transfer on that Blu-ray disc.
Exactly.
And when you buy a 4K, you're getting the Blu-ray disc anyways.
All things being equal, yeah, especially with Criterion. All things being equal. So like if we're talking about the same restoration, the same transfer, I will always take the 4K. There's the only time you can ever say the Blu-ray was better is when they're like 15 years apart and the Blu-ray was a different restoration and transfer, and the 4K had all sort of like some kind of James Cameron nonsense where he put all the DNR in it and got, you know, smoothed everything out and got rid of the film grain and just made it look like shit on the 4K. That's two different transfers. We're talking about two separate things. But when we're doing like an apples to apples comparison, I will take the 4K every day of the week, because if it's the same transfer, there's no way it could look worse on 4K. There's just no logical way it could look worse on 4K.
Right.
Especially considering that only until recently did they even start messing with HDR. So a lot of times it was just them like literally just uncompressing the 4K file.
Yeah.
More or less.
It's yeah, with their early ones like what Citizen Kane and some of their first 4Ks.
Yeah, actually I think it was like for the first year or so.
Yeah, it took Criterion a minute to get on board. I feel like one thing about Criterion, they've been around for a long time. They were very early adopters of formats like Laserdisc and DVD. I mean, Criterion really benefited from their early adoption of DVD, where studios were like not sold on the new format yet. And they got a crack at some really wild shit that'll just always be out of print in their early spine numbers. But I feel like more recently, Criterion's been a little bit slower to adapt. And, you know, you see them go to 4K almost reluctantly and not even do Dolby Vision or HDR. Like not even doing HDR in your first however many releases on 4K just seems like, why are you dragging your feet on this? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
this is what the people want.
It is a little crazy because when you look at past formats, they were trendsetters, and now they're just like kind of slow to adopt to anything else. Like they hit that Blu-ray market and they just want it to stay there. I feel like, but too many people bitched about them not doing 4K.
Yeah, honestly. And they had a little bit of both. Like I remember people complaining. There were a few times that Criterion upgraded their DVD. And they did like DVD to DVD double dips, and that pissed people off online. I remember I've been buying Criterion since like 2003 or something. So I remember like early like web forums, people bitching that Criterion re-released a movie on DVD that they had done like 4 or 5 years ago on DVD. Like they upgraded what DVD that I think Playtime is one that they upgraded from DVD to DVD. And people were like bitching because it was like, you double dip in MFs, blah, blah, blah. Like want me to buy another, want me to buy a movie twice. And I'm like, that didn't age well. because we're buying movies for the fourth time. Like, I had it on VHS, and then I had it on DVD, and then I had it on Blu-ray, and now I'm buying it on 4K. It's like, how many times are you going to buy one movie? That was a long answer for the Criterion Premieres question.
Kind of went off the rails there a little
I
bit.
did a little bit. I was like, what were we talking about a second ago? Oh, yeah, Criterion Premieres.
Mika says that their store has a good selection of Criterions. We got Eli in here. What is up, Eli?
What up,
Thank you
Eli?
for watching, dude.
Eli.
It's my dog right there.
Yeah, man. Eli's tight. It's always an official stream when he's popping in. I don't think I've had a live stream in a long time that Eli's not popped in and at least said what's up. So I really do appreciate it, man. And he's always in here telling everybody to hit the like button and go and subscribe to our channels.
Yeah.
Super supportive, even in other people's streams.
Just raise your leg
back
and
on
urinate all over that like button.
Getting back on the topic of, a Blu-ray having a 4K scan. The one I watched has a 4K scan, and it looks like shit.
Oh.
Which one does?
The movie that I had to watch, it's a Blu-ray, but it's got a 4K scan.
Okay.
And it looked like shit.
Oh, with a 4K scan, that's unfortunate. And a Criterion looked like shit.
There were like certain shots in it that were just like out of focus.
Damn. I wonder if that was like an original element thing, or
I don't know. It does have a 4K, but not in the collection.
Yeah.
So I'm like, does that mean I'm going to have to go out and buy that fucking box set just to get that damn 4K?
So they order them in store and he goes and picks them up. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I guess you could do something like that. That's pretty cool.
Don't have them sent to the store I go to, because I'll fucking go behind the counter and take them. I'm known for that shit.
Their Blu-rays are 4K scanned. They are looking incredible. Yeah, their Blu-rays do look really good, but that's why I am so tiptoey about wanting to buy a Blu-ray, because it looks good. Then I'm less inclined to buy the 4K, but then I'm kind of like I'm kind of pissed because they should have just released the 4K anyways.
Something I love about Criterion is they don't do FOMO stuff. So they don't do like limited editions where it's like you can't, if you don't buy this right now, it's going to sell out and you can't have the lenticular with the booklet.
But every couple of years, one goes out of print.
Every now and then they do. I feel like you usually get a little bit of warning if you stay on the forums, like Blu-ray.com forums. You stay on their Criterion thread or whatever, and you find out about Antichrist. Yeah, you'll get some kind of advanced knowledge. You can go in there and grab them. But I do feel like Criterion doesn't do the FOMO stuff, which I appreciate. So when I have the Blu-ray of The Breakfast Club, I got that when it was new. I mean, I probably got it 10 years ago or more. And of course they do the 4K upgrade. And I'm like, well, I want to get it. At the same time, I don't really need it because I've got The Breakfast Club on 4K, and there's tons of movies that I don't have at all that I would like to purchase with that money. So I'm like, that's like when I'm finally polishing off my collection. I like to imagine there's a day where I'm like, all right, I'm done collecting, guys. I got all the movies I want. And then like my last stages are just like making those couple of upgrades where I'm just kind of swapping a Blu-ray out for a 4K because there's nothing else I want that month, because it's just like this barren post-apocalyptic wasteland of Blu-ray releases and 4K releases. And I'm just like, I'm not interested in everything. I got everything I want. I like to fantasize about that day because it's going to save me a lot of money. I need a hobby, guys.
I mean, hell, I'm still debating on whether or not to, upgrade my Barry Lyndon Blu-ray. And I'm like, the Blu-ray does look great.
I have not upgraded the Blu-ray yet.
I love Kubrick, so
my thing with upgrading those 4Ks is it's like I'm not in a huge rush, but at the same time, if it's like something like Barry Lyndon, it's been a while since I've seen it. And at some point, this year, next year, 2 years from now, I'll probably get an itch to watch Barry Lyndon. I'll upgrade at that point in time. Like I don't need to upgrade it now to wait 2 years to watch it. Like if I know I'm not going to watch it till next year or the year after that or whatever, I'll wait. I'll spend the money on something else now. And then when the time comes, I'll upgrade that thing. In the meantime, I'll hang on to the Blu-ray just in case I need to rip it or lend it out or something like that. So
Says I want to get Resurrection and Cloud on Criterion premieres.
yeah, I think I remember those two.
4K scratch easier and are more finicky on a player. They are, but I mean, I take care of my stuff.
Yeah.
But they definitely are a little more finicky, and Blu-rays are a more durable format. I mean,
Yeah.
PS3 games, I've seen some PS3 games go through the shredder and they have zero issue playing.
You guys remember? You guys are both old enough. You remember like burning CDs in the early aughts?
Yeah.
I remember getting that first computer circa like 2000 when I graduated high school. My dad's like, I'm going to get your computer. You're going off to college for the first. Little did he know I would still be in college 26 years later. I'm like getting a 4th degree, like a 5th, it's a PhD, whatever. But he's like, he just didn't know that I was going to spend the rest of my life in college. But so like it had a CD burner on it, and I got Napster and shit. Like this is dating.
Oh
me.
yeah.
So nostalgic. But like I remember burning CDs, like Memorex, like you'd go to Best Buy and you'd be like, gosh, like it's $30 for all these blank CDs, but it's like
I still have I still have CD spindle towers.
I do too. Yeah, I do too.
Brand new.
Yeah, written on Sharpie and like what's on there and stuff. It was like Tupac and shit like that, and like Ice Cube and shit. And I just remember having those CDs because you burn them, and it's basically, I mean, it's like the directions you would print off a MapQuest. There's another old ass. That's some shit you did 25 years ago. You'd like print off a MapQuest. And I would have the CDs just kicking around because, like, who cares? They're practically disposable at that point. I just burn another one. I would have them kicking around the car, and I would like reach down and grab one and look, and it'd be like just scratched to shit. I'd put it in, and it would play perfectly. I'd be like bumping a Tupac or Akon or whoever the fuck was popular in 2002, and I'd be like just bumping to that shit. Like today was a good day and shit. And that's Blu-ray for me, but like that shit does not fly with a 4K. It's like don't even do that thing wrong.
No, you don't let your kids watch the 4K disc. You let them watch the Blu-ray, or that is why digital copies exist. That's why digital copies exist.
Digital copies exist for my wife because she's like, I'm like, you gotta watch. Like, look, we got Snow White on 4K. You gotta put that. You don't know how good that 4K looks, baby. Look, we got this expensive Samsung. We got a Panasonic. Like, why are you watching it? She's like, I'm not walking downstairs and turn on all the lights and fucking with your movies to go get the disc. And then some of the kid's going to want to put it in and she's going to put her fingerprints on it. You're going to flip out. She's like, I just turn on the digital. And I'm like, you're crushing my soul a little bit. You're just killing me a little bit. It's a dagger in my heart. Like, we got Cinderella on 4K, dog. You're not supposed to be watching that shit digitally compressed and shit. And she's like, you're just using a bunch of big words. And
don't you know where the steelbook shelf is?
Yep.
Where the movie is.
Exactly. My organization system is quite easy. I have a section that's just dedicated to films for our kids, and they're alphabetized within that section. So you can find Frozen in the F's.
I just keep my Disney's all put
together. You can find Moana in the M's right next to motherfucker.
I just keep all my Disney Blu-rays separate, like they're like it's a boutique label. Makes it easy enough for the kids and the wife and everybody to find it.
Yeah, I need to.
And it's right next to the Vinegar Syndrome section.
Yeah,
I like that. Don't pull the wrong movie because there's definitely some titties on them.
They pulled flesh for Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Daddy, we want to watch this one. No, you don't.
Oh, okay.
Daddy, what is the sadness? Like, no, don't watch that one, baby.
I need to watch.
Let's watch Ebola Syndrome.
Oh yeah, that one took a little while to sell, but it finally sold out.
That it did.
That's why I did that vid. I do not trust the 4K format. It skips, it freezes, and roll colors are off. We have gotten spoiled way too much as of late.
Yeah, I do. My problem is the skipping, the freezing, like particularly if these things aren't packaged great. Like I saw you posted the meme of Ben Affleck, like,
yeah.
And it's like, he's holding the little Amazon thing. It's like crudely photoshopped in. It's like you hear your disc moving. But like, who hasn't that happened to? Like you order a disc, you order a movie, and you're like excited, and you're like, fuck, I'm gonna watch this tonight. And you get that package, and you're just like, what? I can hear the disc fucking rattling around.
I'm like, I hope that's the Blu-ray disc. Like,
yeah.
Because the Blu-ray is going to be perfectly fine. Like
That shit
it'll
pisses
be
me off.
straight.
Yeah, it's like some, and I like to buy a lot of pre-owned from Bull Moose. Like I'll buy pre-owned to save dough. And I recently bought a pre-owned Cary Grant film called The Talk of the Town. Oh my God, what a great film. Anyway, 1941, maybe 42. It was early 40s, like just right before we got pulled into World War II. And I bought it pre-owned 4K. Luckily, it wasn't rattling around, but I was a little worried having, it's a pre-owned 4K. I always get a little nervous about buying a pre-owned 4K. I bought a pre-owned 4K from Bull Moose one time. It was Black Sheep with Chris Farley and David Spade, and the disc wasn't just scratched; the disc was fucking cracked. The disc was cracked. It was a Criterion C. It was cracked, like from spindle all the way to the edge. Like you could like flip flap the thing. Anyway, it was terrible, but Talk of the Town turned out perfect. But that's the thing is like, you're wanting to save money by buying pre-owned, but at the same time, it's like shit ain't a Toyota, man. Them things will go 200,000 miles, but at 4K, it's like if somebody put it down wrong, you're fucked.
If they put it down wrong. I mean, I've pulled some of them out brand new and it'll kind of skip and then I'll pull it out and I'll wipe the disc and then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
it's
I've
like
done
they
that
have
before
some,
too.
it's like they have some residues from the case. But I've also found out that a lot of us probably haven't bought new players in quite a few years. And apparently the lasers in the players actually degrade and have a problem reading the discs after so many years of being used. Like they degrade faster than any other laser that they've had, like
crazy.
Like CD lasers and DVD lasers are different.
I got a CD player from like 1994 that still works.
Yeah,
Shit.
I got a CD. I got a little boom box that no problem. Tape deck, everything still works in it. Like
shit.
Like it's nothing.
Tape deck will still work in 1,000 years, dude. Shit.
Yep.
But my Panasonic UB820 is like not even 2 years old. So knock on wood, that baby's still a spring chicken, but
I got a couple of Sonys and an LG, and I like my LG. I feel like it has the better picture, and it does Dolby Vision automatically. I don't have to go turn it on or off; it just automatically does it. But it has the same kind of freezing issue that the Sony has sometimes too, and it'll just happen on random different movies. Never happens on a Blu-ray. Only happens on a 4K, and it usually happens at the third layer change, because most of the time when I hit the display menu, it'll show that it's about 2/3 of the way through the movie, which is when it would change over to the third layer on a 4K. So that's where I think my lasers are maybe starting to degrade, because it's got to push that third layer of disc. And I think somebody said one time that they were going to make 120 gigabyte 4K discs, like quad layer, and I'm thinking, who in their right mind would want to buy a movie on a quad layer 4K? Like you breathe on it wrong and it won't play right ever again.
I, for one, look forward to our 18-layer 8K discs.
Yes. I actually had always thought that at some point they would just start selling movies on memory cards.
Yeah, why not?
They're going to start doing games on memory cards. They kind of do, but like on PC, you can buy a memory stick that just has Call of Duty already installed on it.
Shit, yeah.
Rather than download it, I guess. Maybe they didn't have faith in people rebuying all of their movies again. Criterion,
maybe, yeah,
possibly.
I don't know, but they're doing it. They're going back through and they're doing all the 4Ks. So
I do agree with that, Eli.
Whoop, whoop.
The intro's awesome. Your intro's awesome.
I did every drug known to man at the same time. I like the reputation that drugs have now versus like 40 years ago. It's like, this shit is like mind altering. You do it to awaken your creativity in your mind. It's not like, 40 years ago, you were just some drug addict piece of shit. Now it's like, I have a YouTube channel. I need to do drugs, right? Like on the assignment. Bro, I have done so much more than 7 years. Like, I have 4 degrees, and I think I went to college for 7 years per degree on average. So it's fucked up. Very, very fucked up. Although, you know, it's true. I'm not going to be like a doctor, like an MD, like cutting people's penises off and stuff, but I'll be like a PhD doctor. I'll still make people call me doctor because I'm a douchebag.
Dr. J.
Dr. J.
That's Dr. J.
Dr. J.
What is up, Luke?
Hey, Luke.
Dude.
Luke.
Dr. Giggles.
Dr. Giggles.
Yo, what's up, Brett? How's it going?
Stop until it tickles.
We got Ava in here. Good evening.
What up, Ava?
What's up, Ava?
Ava's an Eclipse fan. She buys all the Eclipse box sets.
I did see a Panasonic at Walmart today, 4K player, 189, not bad, not too bad. Yeah, but I think that's the one that doesn't do Dolby Vision, right? Isn't that the Panasonic like 420 or something?
Yeah,
I feel like somebody told me once that the Panasonic that's under $200 does not do Dolby Vision.
Surely
the only sub $200 player that does Dolby Vision is the Sony, and I think it's over 200 now with all the new price increases, because the prices of those went up. Like, you used to be able to get those Sony X700s for like $180, I think, and when I went into my Walmart, they were $260 now. So 4K players went up in price. Or did our dollar get? I think our dollar became worthless.
I think your dollar got bent over.
Yeah.
Samsung stopped making 4K and Blu-ray players.
Yeah, that's a shame, because I was going to get a Samsung 4K player way back in the day, but they quit making them. So I got my Panasonic.
I would have, but Samsung's never messed with Dolby Vision, so.
Yeah, that is weird about Samsung too. Is like, why don't they fuck with Dolby Vision?
Like, at
what
all.
is their problem?
Like, not even in their flagship TVs, like their biggest flagship ones. You'd figure they would. Hell, even Sony does, and Sony doesn't like to play with nobody.
Sony like to play with themselves.
Pretty much.
And so do I.
All right, so we watched some movies.
We watched some Criterions
this last month.
Yeah.
That we chose for each other. Who would like to talk about the movie first?
Well, I think I went first the last time. So
okay, I'll go first. I'll talk about mine.
Oh yeah.
So I've owned this movie for a long time. I have it on HD DVD. It's still sealed. It's still sealed. I never opened it. I bought it when Walmart was clearing out all their HD DVDs back in the day. It's just sitting over on the shelf, still sealed, brand new. I never watched it. Didn't know that it was a David Fincher film, but you guys had me watch The Game. David Fincher's The Game.
Yes, you liked it.
I loved it. This one right here. Spine 627 for all the spine enthusiasts out there. I am one of them. So I won't say nothing about it if you are, because I love my spine numbers. So I haven't seen all of David Fincher's movies. I'm still missing probably like the biggest gap, which is 7. Like everybody says, oh, you should start with 7. That's probably going to be the last one I get to at this point, because I think I've seen just about everything else.
Yeah.
Damn, like, I really like Michael Douglas, and I didn't think I really did. You know, like, I loved him in Falling Down, but Falling Down is a beast of its own. But then you see him in this, and you're like, okay, Falling Down isn't just a one-off for Michael Douglas. Like, Michael Douglas is that guy. Like, he's a badass.
Yeah.
And he even looked a little old in this.
Yeah, that was like 1997 too.
It was 97,
like 30 years ago.
Yeah. No. But like in Falling Down, he looked quite a bit younger in Falling Down. That was only like 4 years before that. And then what I know him from is Joel and Niall and Romancing the Stone, which he looked really young in those.
I love
You
those
know?
movies.
He looked really young in those in comparison to like this. So like that's my gap with Michael Douglas, you know, and then like, he's just in bit pieces and you know he's all over the place really.
God,
But
Romancing the Stone is such a good movie, and the song they made for that movie, God, I love that song.
I really wish that those movies would get upgraded. Like they
Yeah,
could bring, you know, Arrow could bring those out in a double chunky box set, and I'd buy that up in
day
a heartbeat.
one,
Day one, day
one,
one, day one.
day one for those two movies. Yes, give me a soundtrack CD as well.
Well, I did not know that. Who? Sean Penn. I did not know that Sean Penn was in
Yeah.
it. As soon as when it started up, and I'm like, "Whoa, Sean Penn's in this," and he's fantastic. But then again, I pretty much like him in everything that he's in. Like, I don't really feel like Sean Penn does a bad job ever.
Yeah.
Like, even when he's in a crappy movie, he's probably still the best piece in the whole pile of shit. All I know is I watched it and I was laying in bed watching it. And I kept thinking, I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna fall asleep. And every time I started thinking, man, this movie's about to lose me. It would just pull me right back in. Like he has these really good ways to being able to like keep you grabbed the whole time. You know, like just as you start to think like you're drifting off. Oh no, there's this happening too. And the ending of this movie totally pays off.
Yeah.
Like, because the whole time I'm like, well, what is it? And then there's like a twist here, and then there's a twist here, and then you don't really know which twist you're going for. So, like, the first David Fincher film I ever seen was Fight Club. So obviously, I know the guy likes twists. He was like the 90s M. Night Shyamalan, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty much is the way that I'm coming off of, you know, everything that I've watched of his so far. This like I said, this was just really good. It looked amazing, and it does not say it's a 4K. It just says it's a new digital transfer. I would probably upgrade this one to 4K. And I know we were just like bitching about that, but like this isn't one that is a 4K transfer. They've been selling us for 10 years already. It would be a new transfer to be 4K. But this, like I said, this was a great one. I don't know if it has like a standard release Blu-ray or anything like that. I would assume that it does. It is a studio release. Was it Paramount? Focus Films, Universal. So yeah, I'm sure it has a standard Blu-ray out there. If you're not into Criterion and you just want to get the movie, I think this is one that everybody should at least watch. And if you like David Fincher, you should just go ahead and buy that shit and put it on your shelf and enjoy it. Because like I said, I don't know if this guy's made a bad movie that I've seen yet. Like, I don't know how many more I haven't seen in his films, but shit,
Have you seen The Curious Case of Benjamin Button?
I haven't, but I have that one on the shelf, and I was thinking about pulling that tonight from my stack of 5, but I didn't.
Yeah,
because it's really long.
That one's okay. I'm not. It's basically a I mean, it's like if you've seen Forrest Gump, you've seen Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Yeah,
you know they're the same movie practically.
Now I only have that I think because of Johnny. I think Johnny found that one for me.
Yeah,
we were out shopping last year, I think, and you asked me if I had it. I said no, I don't. And you said it doesn't have a slipcover. I said I don't care, and
That's one of
it was like 6 or 7 bucks at the K's, and I'm like, hey, for Criterion, I'm down, I'm game.
That's one of those ones that Criterion kind of like licensed their name out. Like it was just like the studio did everything. I don't think Criterion really did anything for that one. They're just like, you know, fine, whatever. Like it just got like bought into their collection almost like nepotism.
Like Criterion was just like, this movie has a bunch of awards and it's made by David Fincher. It just automatically gets the C.
Yeah.
Why not?
I think Chasing Amy was sort of like that too. There've been a few Criterions where it's like, okay, we'll just, you know, like They did it. It was fine. Criterion looked at it and approved it or whatever the transfer. They're like, okay, fine, whatever. We'll slap the name. It was like a cross. So yeah, when that one went out of print, it's like Criterion's not even like, not even interested in bringing it back.
Right. I mean, there's a standard Blu-ray. It looks exactly the same. It just doesn't have
Yeah.
Criterion labeled on it. I'm looking to see if maybe somebody will make me a custom slip cover so it'll look correct on the shelf.
That's true. I get that slip cover.
And then you got to get a white case for it or a clear case.
Yeah, that blue case.
Oh, that's easy. I shop at Vinegar Syndrome. I can get a clear
Yeah.
case like it ain't nobody's business. They got them on there for $3. Just add it to the
$3
order.
make you hollow.
Hey, that honestly, that's the best place to get replacement cases is Vinegar Syndrome. If you're already making an order there and you need to like make some free shipping, throw a couple cases in there. It's always nice to have a couple extra cases.
So you have Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Check out Mindhunter.
Mindhunter.
That's his show.
Oh, he did a show too?
Yep. It only ran 2 seasons. And that Netflix decided not to renew it for season 3 because it costs too damn much. But it is
That's the problem with
really
Netflix.
good.
Okay.
Netflix is just like, yeah, we're not going to renew it. It's like
Now,
some 5-season shit. They're just like, yeah, whatever.
No, I've not seen that one still. Alien 3.
The same guy who played Charlie Manson in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood plays the same character in Mindhunter.
Oh, that's cool.
It's about FBI profiling serial killers, like the history of it, and God, it's really good. It's they kind of like based it around. It was supposed to be kind of like centered around the BTK, and it went back in time to where you could see where they interviewed the son of Sam and all that stuff. But where the show just ended after the 2nd season, it just fucking sucked. I got April into watching it. She's like, "Oh my God, this is so good." And I'm like, "I know, but after season 2, that's it."
Netflix don't care.
Death Sentence. James Wan? Death Sentence?
Yeah, I think it's Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just still stuck on DVD. It's on my stuck on DVD shelf.
Damn.
That's how I know it's stuck on DVD, because I have a shelf of movies that are stuck on DVD. So that way I'm not like purging them by accident,
That's another crime. Like, as much as the $200 Blu-ray is a crime, like shit's stuck on like VHS and DVD, and like not having a good like modern HD format for it is just terrible.
Do you know what probably would have cut DVD off at the limb a little quicker? If Blu-ray players weren't backwards compatible.
Yeah, it's true. I like the backwards compatibility.
I love the backwards compatibility because it does make the DVDs look better and they upscale and everything. But if they would have told everybody you have to go all in with Blu-ray if you're going to go Blu-ray, people would have went all in, or Blu-ray wouldn't even be here today.
Yeah. I feel like Blu-ray was kind of iffy anyway, because that comes out like right before streaming hits. I feel like streaming cut the legs out from under Blu-ray, because Blu-ray has been out for a couple of years, and now everyone's like, sorry, I don't need to own your shitty movie. I'm just going to go stream it. I got this streaming library of everything.
I mean, I started buying Blu-rays in 2007, and by 2009, I had a Netflix account, and I was streaming on my Xbox 360.
Yeah. I used to stream Netflix on my Wii.
Yes, I still got the disc.
Yeah,
I do too.
Yeah, I remember that.
I fucking
They made a Blu-ray for the PS3 as well. I don't have that anymore, but they made a Blu-ray for the PS3 because Microsoft had the rights to own the Netflix app. How crazy is that when you think about how big of a powerhouse Netflix is now, that Microsoft had the rights to an exclusive app? That's now crazy. Netflix is on everything. If you buy something that doesn't have Netflix on it, you bought trash.
Yeah. I was just dating my wife back then. I'd be like, honey, fire up the Wii. We're going to watch the first season of House of Cards.
What was nice about the Wii, though, having Netflix, was that you actually had like a standard definition box that would stream Netflix. And that's really cool. You could hook that thing up to a tube TV and watch Netflix.
Yeah. And I did.
I probably still had a tube TV that was regularly used in my house at that time. All right. Well, who wants to go next? What did you guys watch this month?
I'll go. When I when you guys made the selection, or whenever I gave my options for you guys to pick, I saw Jay's eyes just light up, and I went with It Happened One Night.
Oh,
Yeah, it. I find.
yeah, you got to buy the box set to get this one. Yes, you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I mean, this thing, it does have a 4K digital restoration on it, and usually Criterion, whenever it says a 4K digital restoration on it, it's still going to look good. There are some shots in here where it just looks like absolute dog shit. I mean, it looks bad.
I kind of forgot that's what we chose for you to watch.
Uh-huh.
So when you were talking about how bad it looked and it being out of focus and everything, and you said Criterion, that was the one that came to my mind because me and Bree watched it, I think, last spring for the first time. It was one that I got from Tim, and I had never seen it before. And I just thought maybe there were parts of the film that were damaged because there were parts. You're right. There's parts that just look like Criterion released this. Like it kind of blew my mind a little bit that it looked that bad.
I have the 4K, and I have not watched the 4K yet, but I have heard nothing but good things about the 4K.
Yeah,
I'll go watch it and tell you.
I went on Letterboxd, and like KB said, he was watching the 4K from the Columbia box set, and I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, no,
I want to hear someone bitch about this.
It does. The 4K does come in the Columbia box set, which you could get.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to recommend instead, because the 4K also comes in another box set that's a little bit lesser known, and it is the Frank Capra box set, the Capra at Columbia box set. It is a box set of 20 movies made by Frank Capra from the silent era all the way up to like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington or something, all the way up to like the late 30s. And it is such a fucking amazing, like banger of a box set. It's one of my like all-time favorite physical media purchases. I'll take some pictures and send it to you. It's incredible. It's got a bunch of movies on Blu-ray. It's got a bunch of his movies on 4K. It's got some on both, like dual format discs. And it does have the 4K of It Happened One Night. So you can upgrade that. You can get the 4K of that. But then you also get like 19 other movies, including a documentary called, I think it's like Mr. America or something like that. It's a documentary about Frank Capra as a director. And it's all of his work at Columbia Pictures minus one movie. And it's just because that movie had blackface in it that Sony was like, yeah, we're not going to do that one. All of his movies at Columbia, except the one where the guy's a vaudeville minstrel singer and he wears blackface for a scene because we don't want to deal with that. But that one you can actually watch in a pretty good version on YouTube for nothing. So I'm sad they didn't include it to make it like complete. But at the same time, it is such a complete set of Capra's early work. It's incredible. It's an incredible box set to have.
Well, it looks like I may have to go down that road because I need Mr. Smith Goes to Washington for my AFI list, and it too was in a Columbia box set. So
it's got the other one he did with it doesn't have because Frank Capra did 3 with Jimmy Stewart, and one of them was It's a Wonderful Life, but he did that one with I think Paramount. That wasn't one Columbia, so it's not in there. But the two other ones that he did with Jimmy Stewart are in there. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and there's one other, and I'm blanking on it right now. But there's like several really famous, like You Can't Take It With You. There's some lesser known stuff too, like you haven't heard of. You're like The Bitter Tea of General Yen or whatever. But it's like it's all of his work from the late 20s. They've got one called Submarine that's kind of experimental sound, where it's like partial sound, where like some of the musical numbers where they're singing are in sound, they're synchronized sound, but then the rest of it is silent. You could really see that transition from him going from a silent film director in the mid 20s, because I think the first couple of movies are like 1926, 27, and they're great. One of them's about a guy who's trying to get with this girl, and he's like boxing this other dude. Like they wind up doing a boxing match, and it's like the climactic, like he enters some boxing match to get with this girl. They're like really excellent films. So, and it's like such a piece of film history. Like I love the fact that it's like a deep dive into Capra's whole oeuvre from this time period. And it's not just like, oh, there's one movie, Frank Capra did it. It happened one night. It's on the Criterion Collection. Cool. You watch that, Frank Capra, but it's like a really deep dive with a lot of special features, great transfers. I really feel like Sony put a lot of love into that, and I really appreciate that.
Well, I may end up checking that out. But onto the film. I guess where I'm kind of new to screwball comedies. I mean, I haven't put this on Letterboxd yet, so I'm gonna let you guys know what I'm gonna give this. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5-star on this. I thought it what really took me out of it, granted, was some of the shots in it where it's kind of blurry and whatnot. That kind of took me out of it a little bit. I do have a little gripe with it, and it's only because if you've seen Spaceballs, if you've seen Runaway Bride, it's kind of got the same beats to it.
Yeah.
Especially, I think at the there's a wedding scene at the very end of it, and where the father's walking, the his daughter down the aisle. It's like, oh my god, I've seen that somewhere. I've seen that somewhere, and turns out it was from Spaceballs. But I mean, I was really surprised at how good Clark Gable is in this.
Yeah.
I think I've only seen like 2 films with Clark Gable, and one of them was Mutiny on the Bounty, and this is totally different from Mutiny on the Bounty. I thought it was really good. My only complaint would have been like, there's not enough like exposition, I guess, if you want to call it that. Like the very end when she leaves. I'm spoiling it, but too damn bad.
It's a 90-year-old movie.
Like she leaves, and like the next scene is like she's already with him, and I'm like, I would have liked to have seen where she actually goes to Peter, I believe that's his name, and they kind of like reconcile or whatever. I did love the fact that the Walls of Jericho. I thought that was just absolutely hilarious, especially at the very end when you hear the trumpet. I thought that was great. But yeah, all in all, I really like this. I'll probably like it even more if I do get the 4K, which I probably will. But yeah, I mean, it's only like 105 minutes. It feels like it's shorter than 105 minutes.
Yeah.
Like most of those films back in the 30s were. But I mean, it's just like they don't stay on something too long. It's like where the film cuts are, and you can tell because it's like 2-3 minutes, boom. It's like they go on to the next scene. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's
Very
funny. I mean, some of the stuff in it's really funny. Some of it's kind of like dated. I'm like, what? I don't get that. But yeah, Cary. Why do I keep saying Cary Grant? Jesus Christ, Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert.
They all look the same in black and white. All those old dudes. They all look the same. I love screwball comedies. Like I love the 30s, and that's like my genre for the 30s. I love and what you said about them being there's no slow moments. There's no. It's not like some biopic or like some dramatic whatever where you have to have this like rhythm. The rhythm of the screwball comedy is such a breakneck rhythm where it's like boom, 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 movie's over. And it's like a roller coaster almost where it's like there's no slow moment. There's no downtime. There's no twiddling your thumbs. There's no like 4 hours where they're like Master Frodo, like going up the mountain still like 4 hours later. Like, how is this movie still going? It's been a day and a half. The stupid Return of the King is like 18 hours long. It's like 4 discs. But the screwball comedy is like boom, 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 boom. And I've always loved that about them.
Yeah, it's just like they don't. Like you would think that there would be certain scenes where they would kind of like draw it out, but nope. It's like right to the point. Next scene.
I mean, it's to the point where it's like
editing is great in this.
Yeah, they gotta like fly off the dialogue pretty quick too, right? Like a lot of times there's no pause between like I'm gonna deliver a line and then there's gonna be a pause. It's just like boom, 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 and it almost rewards like repeat viewing because you'll catch lines of dialogue. You're like, oh shit, like I didn't catch that the first time around, but it's very witty, and they don't slow down for the audience. So like if you're not paying attention, if you look down at your phone, they didn't have that in 1930. You weren't looking down at your phone. You know what I mean? It was like they weren't slowing down for you. You had to keep up. So
you do it nowadays, you're having to hit like previous chapter to get to catch back up.
You guys have heard that shit where Netflix is like, hey, can you make sure you like they're giving people notes like Matt Damon. They're like, hey, can you make sure that you like, you mention the thing like 4 times because idiots are looking at their phone while watching Netflix. So you got to mention like you have to like mention the thing, the reason that you're doing the thing, like mention the name a few times and like,
revisit the plot every 30 seconds.
Summarize the plot a few times to these dumbasses that are checking Instagram.
But yeah, I loved it. 5 stars. I do want to watch it again just to great shot, blurry shot, great shot. I'm like, I can't handle that shit.
I gotta check out the 4K. I mean, the 30s films are well known for like the what they call it, the oh shit, I'm totally spacing on the word for it. The early 40s did this too, where some of the shots had like a very soft focus, is what they used to call it. And it was particularly when they were filming the women, so they had like a very soft focus that can be jarring because they don't do that nowadays. They keep things like similarly focused, or sometimes they'll have a close up of, Jean Harlow or something like that. And it's like very soft focus. And then they'll cut to something else in another scene and everything's like super clear. And you wonder why the hell they do that. But, they used to do that. They used to make her look more glamorous with that soft focus. You couldn't see all the details.
Well, yeah, I get it with, having, Claudette Colbert being kind of, soft focus, kind of hazy looking, but I don't need that shit with Clark Gable when they're sitting right next to each other.
Yeah, no shit. I got to watch the 4K now. I mean, I haven't seen it since the DVD era. So like I got it, I have it, but I haven't watched it yet. So
I'm assuming it'll be leaps and bounds better.
I don't have the Criterion either because, Criterion didn't do a 4K. So,
and I don't even think they will now that Sony's released 2 versions of it on 4K.
True. Yeah, Sony has 2 4K. I mean, it's the same transfer. It's just 2 different. I think the special features are the same too, from what I heard. I think they own Columbia, so they put it in the Columbia Classics box set, and then they also put it in the Frank Capra box set. They got like a 2-for-1 on that one, but it'd be nice if they would license the 4K to Criterion, just let Criterion be a completionist about it. Because I would double dip. I'll double dip on a screwball comedy, especially The Awful Truth. That's my favorite screwball comedy of all time. And The Awful Truth is that's like a top 10 movie of all time for me. And I'll double dip on that one all day.
Well, I think it's your turn now.
It is my turn. I watched Samurai Spy. Let's see. Can I get that in focus? Samurai Spy. This is the one that you guys chose for me. I bought this way back in like 2005. Came in a box set of 4 kind of mid-60s samurai films, kind of that transition from Kurosawa and Seven Samurai to like the 70s Lone Wolf and Cub shit. This is sort of like the middle ground. It's a little bit, I mean, it's definitely not as literary as like Kurosawa is with Seven Samurai or Ran or something like that, Throne of Blood. This is definitely not as like grindhouse as Lone Wolf and Cub is either. It's got a little blend of that. It's got some grindhouse stuff. There's certainly, particularly near the end as things ramp up, there's definitely like a dude gets his leg chopped off below the knee and another dude gets his hand chopped off at the wrist. And, so there is some kind of fun shots and it just sort of shows the leg like slow motion, like flying up and then falling down. It's like, oh shit. But it wasn't like it wasn't quite as wild as like Lone Wolf and Cub with the action. It looked pretty good for a DVD. I will say that it didn't look great, but this film is like totally out of print. Like it's not just out of print on Criterion, but no one has put this out on Blu-ray. This is stuck on DVD. This copy I hold in my mitts is the only copy that was ever put out in the United States, as far as I know. And it's not a spy film in the way that James Bond is a spy film. The main character is not like a knowing, like James Bond. He's more of a straight dude, like straight man, just trying to, do the honorable samurai thing and, protect the people who are kind of like righteous and then, take down the evildoers. But it does have kind of a spy element in the shogunate era, this guy's really a double agent and this other guy's really a double agent. You don't know their identities and stuff like that. So it does have a little bit of a spy element. It's just not quite like James Bond or something like that. There's no gadgets. They got gadgets. They got like all sort of like Japanese weapons and shit that they cut each other up with, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so it does turn out to be a movie with some twists and some turns and some really kind of like fun elements to it. Like, the chick was trying to pump him for information, but when he gets back, she's dead with the spike in her throat. So it is kind of maybe a little James Bond in that sense. And that like sometimes the Bond girls get taken out for helping Bond out, comes back and finds her body on the bed or something. That actually happens in this movie. He comes back and finds a dead lady on her futon and stuff like that. So it is kind of cool, but he's more of a righteous dude. He's like, I'm going to avenge this lady who, gave me that sweet poontang, and I'm gonna avenge that lady. So he's more of a straight like honorable dude. And it is definitely a pretty decent film. I'm gonna give it like 4 stars out of 5. A little bit harder to follow with all the clan intrigue, just being an English speaking dude and not speaking a ton of Japanese, the different names and clan names and stuff. Also being midnight when I watched it made it a little bit harder to follow, but otherwise, fun martial arts, fun watching the guys cut each other up. Some nice photography too. You can always trust like a samurai film shot in black and white to have some kind of cool images, some cool still shots or even some like really cool kind of like filming it down this like, Japanese alleyway with the pagodas and shit like that. And the two dudes are like squaring off and getting ready to fight. And you don't know if you're looking at a still image or a moving image because everybody's just dead. There was a point where the guys were like, this ninja dude, he's kind of a bad guy right there. And our main character, they were like squaring off. And you could see it was shot down an alleyway. And homeboy and, the ninja guy are like squaring off. And this kid, he's like, shown the whole movie carrying this like dead bird. I don't know if it's like he's like plucking the feathers because they're gonna eat it. It's not like a pet bird. It's not like a Tweety bird, but it's like some like chicken or duck or some shit he was gonna feed his family. He's like a little kid. He's like 6 or 7 years old. And at one point they're squaring off. They got their swords drawn. They're about to cut each other up. And the kid with the dead bird, he's just singing a little song and he's walking down the alley straight towards where the dudes are like squared off and right about to fight. And he just walks like oblivious, like a child would be, like your 6-year-old. If you have a 6-year-old, you know how oblivious they can be, and they'll just like walk right through. And he just walks right through the fight scene, just humming a little ditty to himself and walks right off the screen. And the two dudes are just like waiting to fight, like dead still. And it's not like a funny moment, but it's like almost a funny moment, but it's actually kind of cool because they're just squaring off anyway. And they're just like, we're going to wait for the kid to move. Okay, we'll wait for the kid to move. And then they go right back to fighting. And it's you can almost see where Quentin Tarantino kind of went back to some of these older like 60s samurai films before making the Kill Bill films and bringing that in for like a samurai influence. So I would recommend Samurai Spy to folks who are into that kind of thing. And if you can find this, it's kind of a crime. Yeah. This is just not available. I don't know where.
Yeah, I think it's on back order on Criterion right now.
Yeah, this thing's been out of print for a long time. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but not a bad film at all. And I do dig samurai shit though, so that's kind of like it's a good lane for me.
I might check it out this weekend. It's on the Criterion channel, so.
Oh, cool. Do they have it in HD? Like, did they do an HD master for the Criterion channel?
I have no idea. It just says, where it says on back order, then down below it'll say on Criterion channel.
Nothing pisses me off more than like, oh, this thing's only available on DVD or VHS, but there's an HD master that you can rent from iTunes for $3.99. Out of Bounds was that way. I watched Out of Bounds on iTunes in HD for $3.99, but it's stuck on VHS. Like, can't you at least give me a Blu-ray of this thing?
Right. Hey, there's a lot of movies that are streaming on 4K, but doesn't even look like they'll ever be a 4K disc. Which is crazy because streaming 4K is not really 4K, and we all know that.
Yeah.
Let's see. They got okay. I've got the Frank Capra at Columbia Collection, outstanding. A lot of early Barbara Stanwyck. That's
I
fantastic.
love Barbara Stanwyck. I love Barbara Stanwyck. Yeah, that set was amazing. I got that. I waited. I stalked it on Amazon, and when it went down to like $130, I pulled the trigger because like, dude, it's like 20 movies for $130, bro. And I mean, half of them were 4K. It's great.
Yeah, I think it's at like 230 now.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, just like keep an eye on it. Watch it because it'll go down.
I put it in my wish list. It'll let me know when it goes down.
So it's got this. It's like got these like magnetic. Like the front part is like doors, and it's like a double door thing, and they're magnetic. So you have to like reach up here and grab them, but they open up like this, and they actually slide back in the case. You can actually push the doors all the way back in the case. I usually keep them closed because it's got this cool image of Frank Capra in his director's chair and shit like that on the front. I usually keep them closed. So like the image, but yeah, you can pop them open and you can just slide. Yeah. There it is. And there it is with like the doors closed on the left, and then on the right, the doors are open, but you can actually push those doors all the way back. They'll slide back into the body right there. And the only complaint I have about the physical packaging is when you've got all of the discs in, you can't really reach in to get it's very hard to get like one of them out. They're in there pretty securely. So you have to kind of tilt it forward and let gravity sort of help you, because there's no real way to get your finger in there. There's no spot in there, but you can see some of them are Blu-ray, some of them are 4K, some of them are both. You get the Blu-ray disc and the 4K disc for some of those films, and it is like 20 films plus it's a feature-length documentary on Frank Capra as a director. And so, I mean, honestly, I bought that like the tail end of 2024. I had a gift card that I got for Christmas, and I got it at the tail end of 2024. I got it right around Christmas. And honestly, it's one of my favorite physical media purchases that I've ever made, because it's wicked cool packaging wise, but then the whole set. The only thing that really irks me about it is they left that one movie out. I kind of see why they did, because the controversy and everything around, the use of blackface in 1928. Like, obviously in 28, they were just like, yeah, this is just something cool, right? And then, like, obviously, 100 years later, we're like, yeah, it's not so cool, guys. Like, sorry, grandma and grandpa.
Not so much.
That's not so cool anymore. But like, I'm one of those guys who's like, I feel like you got to include it, even if you put a disclaimer and you say like, hey, look, like Sony and Columbia, like, we're not about that life, but this is a historical document and it's a work by a renowned director, and so we're going to include it for like completionist sake. We're not saying blackface is cool or nothing. We can all agree that that's not cool. We understand that it's offensive, but at the same time, like, we want to include that. I wish they had done something like that, put a disclaimer in, a trigger warning or whatever, and just include it for the sake of having a full and complete set. The only reason because they did a remaster of the movie. They even did a commentary. They had a film historian come in and do a commentary for that movie, and then they just don't put it on there because Sony's like, yeah, I don't know about that. So they pulled it at the last minute. So just kind of, I don't know. I wish it was complete. It feels like there's this little gap.
Yeah, well, everybody's got to be in their safe spaces nowadays. They can't appreciate art for what it was and what it was supposed to be.
No, and it's like, I sort of get it. There's a lot of older movies out there, like, like it was a different vibe back in the teens and 20s. Like, people pulled some shit back then that was like, they weren't thinking, hey, in 90 years, this is going to be like, people are going to recognize how deeply offensive this was. And like, nobody will watch this movie in 90 years. I don't think they were really thinking that far ahead, but I don't know, just from the historical standpoint, like, I don't know, I want to have access to all the stuff, and I want complete sets to be complete and not, I mean, if you're missing film elements, you're missing, like, there's plenty of missing films from that time too, where it's like, sorry, it was filmed on silver nitrate and the whole lab went up. We lost 100 movies. There's just lost media. And I get that, but I don't want it to be like hidden media, because it's like, yeah, Columbia doesn't want to associate itself with offensive material.
Yeah, I mean, hidden is not lost.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's definitely not a lost movie. I don't remember the name of the movie, but I did find it on YouTube. Like, I was reading about there's a whole thread on Blu-ray.com forums about that Capra at Columbia box set, and what's in it, why it's great, how the transfers are. So you can read about it too. Reviews from owners and stuff like that. People have actually gone through and watched the whole thing. Not just me over here like raving about it, but yeah, there's some information on there about the film.
He wants to know where your pontiff hat is.
I gotta get a pontiff hat, man.
Yeah, I
In
did
Euro
that.
trip when he sets the hat on fire by accident, like wearing the Pope hat.
The Hellraiser Revival, yes, I did see that. That game looks sick, and it's only going to be $40, so it's super affordable too. Is that New York Ninja? He's talking about your ninja movie.
Yeah.
Sounds like Ricky O, the story of Rick A.
I love that movie too. I saw that in like 1994. Some bootleg copy at a comic book convention like Dragon Con or some shit.
So the kid is walking like Pretty Bird, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that's what I thought of too. It's like he wasn't like Pretty Bird, like a blind kid who thinks it's a pet bird. Like he's obviously like carrying the dead bird, like it by the head or whatever. Like the neck is already wrung. Like I'm just guessing it's food, but like it shows him the kid with the bird like throughout the film a couple times. So when it finally culminates in him like walking across the fight scene, it's just he's just dragging the bird back home to make soup, I guess. I don't know. I'm glad Eli got the reference to like the Pretty Bird thing.
Netflix needs to give us Midnight Mass on Fortune.
That's good. I need to watch that this October.
On my Capra, I glued a black to the inside.
Oh, okay.
Box to pull out the discs. Mixing the blue and black cases drove me crazy, so I replaced all the blue with black.
I hate the blue. I mean, I like being able to visually see which ones are Blu-ray discs, but I wish they had used the clear case instead of the blue.
That would have been better.
I think the clear would look better because then it's black and white, right? It stays with that era of like black and white cinematography.
Well, you just gave me an idea. I'm gonna have to go on there. If I go to get that box, I'm gonna have to count how many cases are blue and get me some white cases for Vinegar Syndrome.
I have been meaning to do the same thing, like swap them out, but I'm fucking lazy. But the idea of putting the thing inside so you can pull, I had to do that with one of my Criterions. Actually, it just would not come out. So like I put like a ribbon. One of my daughters had like a ribbon. I just put it through there, and so now I just pull on the ribbon and it comes out. But
we gotta make our own contraptions for terrible designs.
Sometimes you do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show my 5 that I picked for you guys to pick for me to watch. Yeah, I've not seen any of these at all, so they'll be all new watches. I'm pretty sure this one's been in the rotation for a little while. Picnic at Hanging Rock.
Yeah.
Pan flute action happening.
What? Oh yeah, pan flute.
Pan flute, yeah, that shit's everywhere.
Now this isn't the. I don't. I mean, unless I end up just really liking it, I'm not saying the whole trilogy, but I want to start this trilogy.
You've never seen any of them?
Well, I haven't seen any of them, so I'd want to start this trilogy. So it'd be the Before Sunrise.
Yeah, you'd have to watch the first one first, right?
Yeah, obviously. So, but that's the one that's on the list is the first one, and and if I like it, I'll probably just watch the whole trilogy anyways, just because
you'll need a break in between them.
Because I'm told that you'll want to watch them, like. But you'll want to do like one month, wait a couple months, watch another one, maybe wait a couple months, watch another one, put some space.
Or you could do like Richard Linklater and just do like 8 years in between each one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to wait that long. I haven't had this box set that long. This one I got for Christmas. I had this on my wish list because of James over at 2021st. He recommended it. Yeah, Mishma. I've never seen it, but it came highly recommended. And I know it's supposed to be about this guy's life at 4 different times of his life, like 4 different stages of his life.
And he's a real dude. Like he actually existed, and he dies the way. I mean, it's crazy.
So, and I just thought the case looked really cool too. That's another reason why it was on my wish list. But my wife got that one off my wish list.
That's a Paul Schrader one. He did American Gigolo as well.
Oh, okay.
So that film he was writing. I mean, that was before he was directing. I think when he just did he direct American Gigolo or did he just write it? He wrote Taxi Driver as well. So Mishima is like, it's made by the same guy who did, a bunch of other work of that era.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty excited. Like I said, it came highly recommended, and I had it on the wish list. Honestly, for a couple years, kind of forgot about it, and then my wife just kind of shopped off the wish list for me for Christmas. So that's how I ended up with it.
Yeah, he did American Gigolo.
Yeah. Okay. This one's been in the rotation for a little while. Written on the Wind.
Ah, yeah, okay.
That Rock Hudson one. And then this one is a newer one to the collection, and the only one my wife said she was really interested in watching with me, which is Lady Vanishing.
Oh, I know what I'm picking.
Because I handed her a stack, and I was like, "Are there any movies here you wouldn't want to watch with me?" She said, "Well, the only one that I think I do want to watch is the Hitchcock one."
I think she'd like the Before movies, right? The Before trilogy.
She probably would.
I would watch those with my wife.
I don't really know what they're about. I mean,
I still know what I'm voting for, though. I'm sorry, Ethan Hawke.
All right, so that's the stack.
I mean, so Hitchcock.
You know what Jay's
that's a lot of color.
All right, Jay's going to go for Lady Vanishes. I know
I'm going for Lady Vanishes. It's early Hitchcock. It's excellent suspense. It's a wonderful movie. I don't. It's such a crowd pleaser. I don't think you get to the end of The Lady Vanishes and you think that was a waste of my time. What a stupid movie. Like, you get to the end of that movie, like, damn, that was cool. I like the way everything ties together. It's early Hitchcock, right? It's like,
and it's on a train, right? It's set on a train.
Yeah.
I mean, I like train movies.
Well, it's on a train. There's definitely some trainage involved.
Jeff likes train movies. He's a child now.
Well, no, like The Commuter. I watched that one about 3 or 4 months ago. The one with Liam Neeson. Yeah. That was great. I just like train heist movies. Like, they seem to be really
well, I choose Lady Vanishes.
All right, I haven't seen Lady Vanishes, so I can't speak on that. But I have seen the Before trilogy, and I've seen Picnic at Hanging Rock. Picnic at Hanging Rock's good, but you'll probably get mad by the end of it. So it was either going to be Before Sunrise or The Lady Vanishes. So you know what? You guys made me watch 2, so I'm going to make you watch 2.
I'm going to watch 2. Okay, so The Lady Vanishes. And
Before Sunrise.
And the Before Sunrise.
Oof.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome.
Well, hey, I'm getting a stack. I'm getting a stack next month, so I need to get watching through
I need to go get a stack.
Fine. So watching 2 this month will be fine.
Yeah, The Lady Vanishes isn't that long, is it?
No. That's why I kind of I was a little picky on what I chose. The only one that was like even close to 2 hours was Mishima. Everything else was like pretty short. Lady Vanishes is 96 minutes.
Do you have any other Criterion Hitchcock releases?
I have The Lodger, and The Lodger also has another film of his on it as a bonus feature. I can't remember what it was called, but I watched it as well.
Cool.
So, and I think that might be that. I think that's all I have. I just got The Lodger and Lady Vanishes.
Yeah.
But like I said, it has another one on The Lodger, and that was a great one. I don't know. Have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't seen it.
Where'd it go?
I wish Criterion would put out Shadow of a Doubt. That's a Hitchcock, slightly earlier Hitchcock. Joseph Cotton. It's a great one. I like a lot of the Hitchcock that Criterion put out because it's like a little bit of his earlier stuff. It's on he's well known for like Psycho and The Birds, and all of that is a little bit later Hitchcock. But like some of the earlier Hitchcock, like the 39 Steps and The Lady Vanishes, it's just such good shit. And
it's got Downhill on it as well.
Okay.
So it's got The Lodger and Downhill. I ended up finding this for like $12. I'm like, it's got 2 Hitchcock films on it. Yeah. Now they're both silent. So this is like
what
early
years?
Early Hitchcock.
What years? Does it say the year on the backside?
This one's 1927. The Lodger is, and
That's real early Hitchcock.
Downhill is 1927 as well.
Can you
So they're
believe
both-
that? Like
they're both 27.
his career spanned silent films of the mid to late 1920s. I mean, he was still making movies in the 1970s.
Yeah.
Like, that's so wild. Like, what a span.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
No,
wow.
I didn't realize there were over 10 years just between these two. Like, I didn't realize there was 10 years.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh, they're both pretty early, and then I'm like, wow, they're still a decade.
Well, they're still relatively early Hitchcock, because like I said, people think of like North by Northwest and on. Like, that's Hitchcock in people's brain is like 60s Hitchcock.
Which I love North by Northwest.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, that's still like he's got almost 40 years of movies before that.
Yeah. And some of them are great. Lady Vanishes is a great movie. I haven't seen that in a long time.
I picked this one up at Grindhouse mainly because I mean it's Hitchcock, and I was thinking, damn, $20 for a Criterion. Hitchcock's pretty good, and
I got a good mind to watch that one with you.
And it's like spine number 3, so like you don't find the low spine numbers too often.
No.
Yeah. I want to know what your wife thinks about that one too. If she's going to sit down and watch that one with you, I want to know what she thinks as well.
It was the one that she said that she was interested in. I'm like, well, the Before trilogy is the one with Ethan Hawke, and they do every 3 years. She's like, well, I'd probably watch that with you too. So you guys chose the two that she would watch with me, so that's nice. I don't know. I don't even know what this one's about. Written on the Wind. I think it's a murder mystery type thing. Not really sure. All right, Johnny, what movies you got?
Well, I got 5 here. I can tell right now what Jason's going to pick as soon as I announce it, so I'll save it for last. The first one, it is an AFI Greatest Films selection, The Manchurian Candidate. Now, I have seen the remake with Denzel Washington.
Yep.
I've never seen the original. This one I have shown before, but The Sweet Smell of Success.
Ooh.
2 black and white movies. A family film, Happiness.
Watch with your kids.
Another, apparently everybody loves it, Vim Vendors, Paris, Texas.
Yeah.
And I already know what Jason's going to say, so Bringing Up Baby.
Why do you do this to me? I feel like I have a choice until you show me the last one. I'm like, I don't have any options. Like, fuck. Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant, Howard Hawks directed it. It's one of the best movies of all time. What am I going to choose? What am I going to choose? I got my hands tied. I got to choose.
You're going to choose Happiness.
Bringing Up Baby is such a friggin' good film.
Yeah, and I love Cary Grant. So.
I love Cary Grant, and he's wonderful at that. And that's still a relatively early Cary Grant. You know, he started doing some work in either the late 20s or very early 30s, but he didn't really become a household name until the later 30s. So like this is 38. Bringing Up Baby, I believe, is 38. And he made a couple of films with Katharine Hepburn. I think they did 3 different movies together, maybe 4, maybe 3 or 4. But and obviously he did a few films with Howard Hawks as well. His Girl Friday, he also did with Howard Hawks. Directing, and Howard Hawks is just one of my favorite directors that era. Great director. And yeah, he did Bringing Up Baby. It's a great movie. They have a real, I think it's a leopard, but they have like a real trained leopard that they're following around the whole movie. And Cary Grant is just wonderful, and so is Katharine Hepburn. Like, she just knows what she wants and she's going after it. She's like, I'm not letting this dude go. Oh man, yeah, Bringing Up Baby. I got to choose Bringing Up Baby. That's such a friggin' good movie.
All right, Jeff, your selection.
I'm gonna go with that one as well because I've heard a lot of people talk really good about that one, and I want to know what your opinion is on it.
So good.
All right.
I think because I usually like the same movies you like, and it might be one that I want to add to my Criterion.
You gotta add it to the collection, bro. Oh, so
now does that one have a 4K yet? or is it
I
still
don't
Blu-ray?
think
No.
it does yet.
All right, yeah, that might be my hold off.
They've only done a few of the screwball comedies in 4K. That is my hold off on a lot of the screwball comedies, actually. I want to upgrade my copy of My Man Godfrey. That's another one I love William Powell. As much as I love Cary Grant, I love William Powell. He's a little bit more of a dry wit, and he's very, I don't know, he's very like sarcastic and very I love William Powell. He's My Man Godfrey, but I'm waiting on the 4K. And I think His Girl Friday and I think Trouble in Paradise are the only screwball-ish comedies of the late 30s, mid to late 30s that they've announced on 4K. And I think technically His Girl Friday is 1940, but close enough.
Wasn't Trouble in Paradise in that Lubitsch?
Lubitsch, yeah. It's a
Yep.
good one. I've got that one on DVD. I had that one for a long time, actually.
I've never seen Lifeboat.
Lifeboat's cool. Definitely not my favorite, but it's definitely cool.
All right, Jay, what's your
Let me
second
show you my 5. I have some fun picks, I think. I got some stuff that maybe folks have not even heard of, especially with this first one. Fishing with John. I should hold this back a little bit. I know I was zoomed in so much. Fishing with John. I don't know if you guys have heard of Fishing with John. This is John Lurie. This is I don't even know if this is like a film as much as it is just like sort of like a mockumentary television show, but it has some really wonderful cameos like Matt Dillon, Tom Waits, and Dennis Hopper have kind of cameos or short appearances in this thing. And it's Fishing with John. And I found this at a pawn shop for like $10 25 years ago, and I just haven't watched it yet. But it's like you can tell this is old Criterion. Spine number is 42. And it's got that old the Criterion collection where the letters, like the typesetting, the letters are really widely spaced. And I'm not sure if they have updated this. I think it's still in print. You can go buy this DVD, but I don't think they've upgraded this to a Blu-ray. Certainly haven't upgraded it to a 4K. This is going to be the last movie that Criterion Collection ever upgrades to a 4K. And that is my prediction. And I haven't watched it, and I honestly have no idea what to expect from that one. Total grab bag. Here I've got a Jean-Luc Godard film called A Woman is a Woman, which feels like it went from something like Captain Obvious would say to like actually kind of a controversial statement in this day and age. Like, a woman is a woman. That is the name of this film. Une femme est une femme. And it's a French film. Jean-Luc Godard, obviously well known for his contributions to the French New Wave in the late 60s. And continued to make movies through the 70s and 80s, pretty much all the way up to his death. He was still making movies. This one is 1961. So yeah, A Woman is a Woman. That's an option there too. Look at that. This is a DVD, and it was previously owned. And do you see how much I spent on that? Why don't you autofocus, you bitch? $17. Which is kind of wild for a pre-owned DVD in this day and age, but back then it was normal. Now this one I'm kind of excited about. I've been meaning to watch this, and I bought this at Best Buy back when Best Buy was cool. And it is called The Complete Mr. Arkadin, aka Confidential Report. This is an Orson Welles film, but it's not one of the more well-known Orson Welles film. Obviously, Orson Welles very well known for things like Citizen Kane and The Lady from Shanghai, but he's got a few films in the Criterion Collection that are a little bit lesser known, like F for Fake, which I watched several years ago. But this one is one of these chunky box sets from Criterion. It comes with at least 2 different versions of the film, and then it comes with and I think Orson Welles wrote this, so I don't think it's a novel, but it's like some kind of shooting script or something like that. It comes with documentary, a new documentary about the film featuring film historians. So this is one that I have been, and I bought this like a long time. This is DVD. I bought this one a long time ago from Best Buy. Just never got around to watching it, but it is one that I want to check out. The novel, sorry, it is a novel, Mr. Arkadin. So that's one option. I recently got this one from my boy Chase, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. This is the movie that's written by written by what's his name? Roger Ebert.
Roger Ebert. Yeah.
Yeah, Roger Ebert. And never managed to see this one. I guess I can show you the cover on YouTube. I actually thought about that after I showed this off. I was like, am I supposed are there boobies on this? But no, it's Criterion, not Vinegar Syndrome. So they'll keep all the nips covered. But as you can see, it does look a little bit fun. I might like to watch this one when the lights are out and everyone's asleep and I got a box of tissues nearby. You know what I'm saying? And for the last one, this might be the one that you guys choose. This movie is a 4K that went on sale on Amazon. It was like some kind of flash sale, $22. I think $21 or $22. I got this. I had to pull the trigger on it because it was a 4K. Martin Scorsese 4K. That is actually quite new. Criterion Collection just released Killers of the Flower Moon.
Ooh.
And I managed to score this, as you can see, brand new, still in its wrapping. Brand new from Amazon for $22. And it was on sale for like 24 hours or something like that, maybe even less. And I had to pull the trigger on it. It was a really good deal. So I have not yet seen this. I had Apple TV for a couple of years. And as you guys know, this was an Apple TV original. Apple TV paid for this one. My wife actually watched this one without me. I was like, Judas. I was like, I can't believe you watched Martin Scorsese film without me. I don't know if I was gone for a day or something. I was out of town for a night or two or something. I went to go help my dad move or something like that. I was gone for a couple of days and she watched this shit without me. I can't believe she did that to me. But anyway, I did manage to score the 4K at a remarkable price just a couple of days ago. I've had this in my hands for like no more than like 3 or 4 days. So I'm kind of excited about watching Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm not going to lie. So you guys choose my fate.
Well, it was going to be Mr. Arkadin for me until you pulled that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen Killers of the Flower Moon. I love that film. That's my pick.
Dude, Killers of the Flower Moon was great. I don't think that one's allowed to sit on your shelf for 10 years without you watching it. I think you should watch it this next month.
Okay. So Killers of the Flower Moon, my only problem with you guys making this selection, this is 206 minutes. That's like
you're gonna have to watch it in pieces.
And then Mr. Arkadin is 98 fucking minutes long. All right. Well, Killers of the Flower Moon it is. It might take me a whole week, breaking it up into like 30-minute chunks or something. I'm not going to start on it tonight. It's already midnight, but you know, I'm not going to start it tonight, but I'll try to start it soon because I am excited. It's like the only Scorsese film I haven't seen. So,
well, Leonardo DiCaprio is amazing in it.
Nice. Yep. Okay.
Leo's great.
No, I haven't watched it since I had Apple TV. And I had a trial of Apple TV when the movie premiered. So I watched it like the weekend it premiered, and I haven't watched it since. I have the Criterion 4K as well, and if I can find the time to squeeze it in with the 2 movies that Johnny gave me, I might watch Killers of the Flower Moon as well.
Hell yeah. That's very ambitious of you. I'll let you know when I'm watching Killers of the Flower Moon. We can watch it together. And then if you let me know when you're watching Lady Vanishes, I'll bust that one out for you.
All right.
Watch it again.
And I know you like to start. I know you have to start your movies kind of late, so I'll just message you one night around like 9:15. You ready to watch this movie yet?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna go with the short one, the 90-minute one.
That works.
We'll have to do Killers of the Flower Moon in chunks. We'll figure out. Criterion does chapters at least, so we can stop at a certain chapter.
Yeah, no shit. It'll be like The Irishman. I think it took me 3. I think it took me there because I think that what is Irishman's like 209 minutes and this is 206. They're both practically the same length. And I think it took me 3 sessions to get through The Irishman.
Yeah, I've never seen The Irishman. I'm gonna have to grab that one. That's Criterion too, right?
Yes, but they don't have a 4K of it yet. So
yeah.
I got it for my birthday several years ago, like before Criterion was real deep into 4Ks. And so I got the Blu-ray, but you know, obviously I would wait for the 4K if I was doing it all over again. I think The Irishman is still available on Netflix too, because that was a Netflix original.
Oh, okay.
Netflix paid to produce that one, so That's a Netflix exclusive for streaming. So you can watch The Irishman without having to buy the Blu-ray. You can still wait for the 4K.
I might do that.
Yeah.
Oh, Killers of the Flower Moon is a textbook airplane movie. Pretty mediocre from what I remember. Well, Brad just trying to take a little bit of the wind out of the sails, but that's okay.
Well,
glad you guys liked it. It just hurts me too much to see Native Americans taking advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, from that perspective, yes.
Yeah.
But what I liked about it was how real it felt.
Yep.
Like it feels like it is that time. Like, and you are there in that pain with them. And everything that's kind of going on. Like he did a really good job of capturing the feeling of what it should have been. But I mean, when doesn't Scorsese do that? And he's very good. He's very good at time periods.
All the bad shit that happened to Leo, he fucking deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Every bit. Well, okay, so you guys seen the September releases, right? Is there anything you're excited about?
Shit, I just had him up here.
I will probably eventually get Showa just because it's like a 9-hour-long movie. It's like, you know, but I'm over here complaining about 206 minutes. That movie's like 535 minutes or some dumb shit like that, where it's like, you'll be fucking kidding me. Are you fucking kidding me?
I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, I love like documentaries, and like that one was like out of print, and I'm like, okay, we'll see how much it is on eBay because that run
documentary. It's like they don't use any archival footage of actual like Holocaust anything. Like I just shot a 9-hour movie. It was just like, yeah, movies are 9 hours sometimes.
What?
Dude, it's like wild. I thought it was gonna have like archival, whatever. Like, oh, it's just a fucking 9-hour long. We're just gonna go shoot 9 hours worth of shit. Like,
wow.
That was like well pre-digital too. It was like 1985 when that movie came out. So it's like, it's not even like, oh, digital, we'll just fucking shoot forever. We'll just let the cameras roll for 24 straight hours. We'll just release it as a movie. Digital's cheap, but this was back in the day. Like, shot this on film. Like, what the hell was y'all's budget? Was it 16 millimeter? I don't know. I need to look that up, but wild.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get the Station Agent. I couldn't even finish it on the Hulu. I couldn't.
I remember the Station Agent.
I don't know that one.
No, not Secret Agent. Sorry, Secret Agent.
Oh, okay.
Is it newer?
Yeah, it's that got the guy who was in Narcos or something like that. He got like best actor nominee. Yeah, I started watching it. It's like a 3-hour film, and I'm like, God, this thing is dragging on. I couldn't even finish it.
I mean, honestly, the only thing from September that kind of interested me, like September is always kind of like a whatever month most of the time for me. But the only thing that was kind of interesting, but I already have the Kino one, was the 12 Angry Men.
12 Angry Men, yeah.
But that should have got 4K from Criterion like years ago. They kind of they let Kino pull the rug out from under them on that one.
That was before Criterion was licensing 4K rights. They were just licensing Blu-ray. I have that on Blu-ray. That was another one I got for Christmas or something. So,
yeah, I won the Kino from Jeff Man 316. You guys know him?
Yeah, I know that dude.
Yep. I won it from his channel, and he was like, you won't get a slipcover. It's naked. But little did he know, I already happened to have a slipcover, so that just happened to work out really well for me.
Worked out real well for you.
Because I remember everybody was telling me, if you ever want 12 Angry Men, buy the Kino one, because on the Blu-ray you get the 1997 film.
Yeah,
so you get both films in the one set. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take this slipcover and hold on to it, because I'm gonna try to probably get the film that way, and I just so happened to get it that way.
Oh yeah.
Which the 1997 one is just as good.
Oh yeah.
So. Criterion doesn't have that as a special feature, I don't think.
No, it's like a made for TV one, like back in the 60s or something. It's not the same one.
Yeah.
So there was nothing really in September that got me excited. I think the month before there was only maybe one that I was semi excited about. But yeah, it's been a minute since I did any backflips over anything Criterion released.
Yeah,
Which is
there
fine.
hasn't really. It's been a lot of like you said, catalog upgrading.
Yeah.
I think the only two that I was like interested in for August was the Koppel documentaries, the Harlan County, USA, and the American Dream. That's probably the only ones I'd want.
Yeah, it's gonna be very easy to turn a blind eye to Criterion after July, anyways.
Yeah.
And they make it easy when they don't release anything I care about.
Yeah. I mean, it's something for somebody, but
yeah, or it wouldn't be out, I guess.
I never get upset though. It's always, if I get people complain like, oh, it's a weak month from Arrow or it's a weak month from Vinegar Syndrome or Criterion or whatever. But I'm
Well,
like,
just because it's
give me
weak for
weak
me
months.
doesn't mean it's weak for you.
Yeah, I mean, but I like a weak month. Like, give me a weak month where I can just I can stop the bleeding a little bit. I can slow things down. I can breathe. I can rest, and then I can catch up on a few. Like, it's okay if I don't have to buy 14 movies this month.
For sure. All right. Well, you guys got anything going on in your channels coming up?
I don't have anything. Nothing set in stone. I'm probably going to do a live stream at some point here pretty soon to celebrate hitting 1K. Just to commemorate. To recognize.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, congrats.
You now.
So, yeah. So I'll do something. I'll do a live. I'll schedule it and I'll put something out like a couple days in advance on the posts page or something like that. You know what I mean? But I'll probably do something, coming up next Friday or something like that. But that's all I got going on. Otherwise, I'm just, it's summertime, man. It's summer vacation. The kids are done with school officially, and I'm just, oof, oof.
It's dad time.
Yeah. Yep.
I think I got April and I. We may do our hangout with a haul at the end of the month or the start of next month, and then I've got my surviving cinema stream on the 13th of July, I believe. We're doing 1987.
Ooh.
Nice. You got a great panel for that one too, I've seen.
Yep, I got Huck, KB, and Uncle Tony.
There you go. That's what's up. Got a great set of people right there. That'll be a fun one to watch. I'm kind of excited to see what movies you guys pull because that's before my time. I always like to see people talk about movies that they were around during that I wasn't around during, so that way I kind of get an idea as to do I like bad movies?
Yeah.
So I don't really have anything coming up on my channel per se, as far as I know. Father's Day is coming up this weekend. I might have a little bit of time at night after the kids go to bed because I don't have to work for Father's Day. So I might do you might catch me Saturday night doing a live stream of a video game. I might actually do that this weekend. I kind of need to get some gaming in too. But tomorrow night, I'm over on our good friend Steve's channel, Excelsior Movie Reviews. We are going to be talking our top 5 Steven Spielberg films that are in our collection. So should be a good time. It's a big Spielberg week this week with Disclosure Day coming out.
Have you guys seen that one yet?
No,
I haven't yet.
Man, people are just shitting all over that movie, and
it was Steven Spielberg week for our movie challenge too, which I think is what kind of also had Steve wanting to talk about him.
Yeah,
really excited. I chose to watch E.T. I just kept it nice and classic and watched something that I enjoy. I just wanted to feel like a kid again for a little bit. So I went with E.T. for my Spielberg watch for the week. But yeah, we'll be over there talking Spielberg tomorrow night. You can come over there and make fun of me for not owning Jaws in my collection at all. I have over 2,500 movies, and I do not own a single copy of Jaws on any format. So come over there and shame me tomorrow evening, and give our good friend Steve some views and some likes on his video because we're gonna have a good time over there for about an hour from about 7:30 to 8:30 tomorrow night. So
Cool.
that's about all I got going on. I plan on getting back with these guys again real soon. We're going to watch our movies and we're going to talk them. Hopefully we can kind of get together maybe sometime in the middle of the sale. So that way maybe we can sway some decisions on things that we're thinking about buying, maybe recommend some things to buy, and just just talk great Criterion anyways. So that maybe we can get that done. I don't know the exact dates that the sale is. From what I understand, it's starting on the 26th of June. So I would imagine it would run to like the 25th of July.
Okay.
So keep an eye out right here on the channel, and all of us will share links and stuff, I'm sure. Maybe sometime mid-July, I would imagine we'll try to get back together and talk some more Criterion and give some recommendations for the sale.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for popping in here this evening. We had a great chat in here. Very poppy. Talked all kinds of cool things. Kept us pretty much on topic. And the few times that we swayed, they kind of swayed with us too. So that's always nice. It's always enjoyable. But like always, everybody, thanks for popping in. And remember, we like to keep our pinkies up around here because that's what art's all about. Is being a Criterion snob. Oh, and deuces, Trini. Thanks for popping in, dude.
Hey, what's up, Trini?
Hey, Trini.
Peace, Brad. All right. Good night, everybody.
Peace, y'all.